Yo, what is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Yay! Thank you for the sub, OG Tank. I appreciate it. Very kind. That does remind me that I do have 2 mute alerts, though, so thank you for that reminder. But yeah, thank you, OG. It's been a long time no stream. Yeah, you're right. It has been a minute. Hope you've been well. I've been good. Just doing other things. Still around on Discord. Obviously last time I streamed was the Reforged first look, which was pretty fun. But we are back with another tournament stream. Another season is starting up. This one is called Blitz Masters New Horizons. So we're sticking with the Blitz Masters theme that we've been doing for the past couple of years now. This one's called New Horizons. And this season is unique in that it's a mixed season. It's the first time that a season is completely fully mixed controls, both PC and touch. I know last season there was Blitz Masters Legends 1 and Legends 2, and we had Legends 2 as mixed control, but Masters Legends 1 was mobile only, so it wasn't a fully mixed season. But now this is a fully mixed season, which I personally am happy about. I think it's good that we're including other, players into competitive now, and I mean, I have to compare how many teams are playing in this one compared to the old ones, but I think we had 46 teams register on NA, which is better than I remember teams going as low as 30. Maybe we can scroll down to the previous ones and kind of see how well those went. I don't know, just to compare. I don't know how far back I have to scroll for Blitz Masters Legends. Might take a little bit of time. I won't waste too much time on it, but I think it would be interesting to just take a look at. So we've got Blitz Masters Legends 2. Now that's just the professional tournament. It's not going to have all the players. Last Chance Qualifier had 29. The first qualifier had 39. So yeah, this was the other PC tournament. This one has more players. But what if we look at Blitz Masters Legends 1 qualifiers? That was going to be your top 8, and it's going to be your last chance qual, your first qual. Only 29 teams, so up to 46 teams from 29. So that's like a 50% increase, more than that. So personally, I think that's a good thing. Have more teams is better. So yeah, a few things that I would like to talk about today, and the first would be how the tournament's going to run really quickly. I have just kind of pulled up the regulations here. So essentially how it works, we're going to be having 3 Prove Your Skill tournaments. The first one started yesterday, and then it runs today and tomorrow. I didn't stream the first day because it's pretty boring, and I'll show exactly what happened, but really the first day is just weeding out really the weaker teams, and then day 2 and 3 are kind of when things kick off. It's a $30,000 tournament. 3 Prove Your Skills. The top 2 teams from each Prove Your Skill make it in. It says that right here, one of the 2 strongest teams in Prove Your Skill, and you automatically make it in. And if you don't win the Prove Your Skill, there are 2 more spots that are left. So top 8 is going to be the 2 winners from this PYS, the 2 winners from this, the 2 winners from this, and the team that earns the most cups out of all 3 Prove Your Skills that doesn't necessarily win one. The way that you earn cups is described in this picture right here. Credit to Wild One's helper for creating this image a long time ago, and it's still accurate. Just depends on the season where they choose to use this format. But day 1 of Prove Your Skill was yesterday, and the winning teams that moved on got 5,197 points. From today, the winning team gets an extra 36-38. Second place will get 34-32. Third will get 32-35, etc. And then tomorrow there will be points earned as well. The winning teams directly qualify from stage 3, so this really doesn't matter too much. But in general, the rest of the points matter for the teams that don't win a PYS. The top 2 teams will make it through, even if they don't necessarily win one. So that's how that works. Going back to this $30,000 prize pool, there's a few camos and stuff that you get. And yeah, describing top 8, we can go to the next page, which is essentially just describing it as it's a round robin. Your typical top 8 round robin. Each team plays each other. And it goes on March 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. So 4 days in a row of top 8. And then top 4 is going to be immediately afterwards. So it's literally 6 days straight of tournaments. So if you guys are excited to watch some tournaments, 6 days straight from top 8 to top 4. It's going to be a double elim, standard, top 4. In terms of prizing, first place 15,500 divided by 10 players, and then individual rewards of all these credits, XP, gold, etc. And second place is 7,500, third place is 4K, and then fourth place is 3K. So all of the cash prizes distributed amongst top 4 for NA. Might be different on EU, I'm not 100% sure. But these are your rewards, so this is how the cash is going to be split up. But yeah, as for today, I guess I am really quickly going to switch to another screen as I get the tournament pulled up. Where is it? Okay. I'm quickly going to introduce the 46 teams that signed up for this first preview skill. We've got CPW, PT2K, ARGKA, FSTO1, Lundi, Aster, DDLT, FNNL, Canon, NCL, GD, SNV, Bay, Moss, Comps, 4 Kings, GDP, Y-Wing, G6, Inquisition, INQ, Fake Origin, with the goofy name, Casta, Step, Tornado, Evany, Kraken, T, Rejects, 7 Rats, Zico, Moon, SLG, XPD, Straight, Reggie, Elev, B4, Itty, 0, Rose, and then our final 6 teams, Apex, 322, Origin, Toma, Joker, and the number 1 win rate seed is Kitten. So these are your 46 teams. The reason I didn't stream day 1, if we look at the brackets, and maybe I'll pull up first stage, it usually doesn't like it if you load all 16 groups at the same time, so this might not work properly, but I think you'll get an idea as to why I didn't stream the first day. It'll take some time to load. The tournament website is unfortunately quite slow. But essentially, for all the groups on day 1, only the winning team moves on. But most of the time, it's just blowouts. There's clearly one team that's better than the rest in most of these groups. And it's not really too interesting to watch. In fact, some of the groups only have 2 teams. So Kitten defeated Kraken FSTO1. INQ defeated Rose and Moss. Itty defeated Moon and Cannon. Sorry, no, Moon defeated Itty and Cannon. My bad. And Rose, defeated them. Kitten defeated them. I have to make sure that I read it right. Joker, complete sweep. Yeah, this group would not have been fun to watch. XPD over Y-Wing, SNV. We'll see. It looks like it's loading all of them so far, but usually if you go down lower, it doesn't all work. But, I mean, I think this would have been an interesting group, Group 6, because Rejects, they were a top 8 team last season, I believe, if I recall correctly. They were top 8. So they got put in a tough group. They get beat by Elev. Toma over Step. B4 over GDP. Okay, it looks like the lower groups just don't even run. But Group 16, this is a 2-team group. Some of those groups were literally just 2 teams. I believe the other one was like Apex and 4 Kings or something. It was literally just a 2-team group. So anyway, day 1 is not particularly interesting. So not worth streaming. None of the servers really streamed day 1. No big deal. No big losses there. While Group 2 or Day 2 loads, which is what we will be showing today. Read the chat a little bit. Curious to see how the medals shake out. What's up, Copenhagen? Welcome to the stream. Not playing comp anymore. I have an outsider's perspective. What caused you to drop, Copenhagen? I saw you were playing with Kitten last season, if I'm correct. Not playing this time around? We'll see. Yeah, new meta will be interesting. We'll point out the new meta tanks as they come. Tacticals here. Oh, gee, is it cold? It's pretty cold, not gonna lie. Sung Sam, what's up? Catastrophic. Be passing out Dunscast? We'll see. Owen, welcome. James, hello. And Nuz, welcome to y'all. Hope you're doing good. Anyway, we can show today's groups. Hopefully they're all loaded by now. Group 1, we've got Kitten, Evany, 322, and Elev. Of these teams, Evany and Elev are notably from the same clan family, so that'll be interesting to see them face off. Elev versus Evany. Elev has a bunch of players from DFM from last season, a top 4 team. They were top 3 in Blitz Masters Legends 1, top 4 in Blitz Masters Legends 2. So Elev should be a good team. Unfortunately, DFM did split up, but some of their players are still active. but most of their leadership is not playing because they've been busy with life, so it makes sense. Wishing them the best. Group 2, Joker, Moonrose, and Zero. Very likely for Joker to win this one. You know, they're the defending champs, and doesn't really seem like there's a team that can contest them in this group, but we will see. Group 3, Toma, 7 Rats, XPD, B4. XPD is an OG clan that they died for a while. Somehow someone hacked their clan and was able to give it to this group. This group of players, XPD, they might be better known as Metro. They like playing out of other clans other than their own for some reason, but they somehow stole the XPD tag, and they are playing out of XPD. 7 Rats, top 8 team from several seasons, and I believe they've finished as well as 5th under the Void Clan tag. I believe that's their best placement. Group 4, the group that we will be streaming, I picked this one. I think this is easily the best group because we've got 2 teams that are likely top 3 in this group. I shouldn't say likely top 3. They based top 3 last season. We've got Origin, of course. Everyone knows Origin, led by Korra. They have won, I believe, 3 seasons overall. They're really the only competition from Joker as for the past, couple years now. Really the only team to take wins off of Joker other than Leverage, which is not active anymore. Zico, a team that I had not heard of, and looking at the accounts, it looks like first tournament for a lot of these players, but they're very strong players from a pub perspective. Just we haven't really seen them in competitive before too much, so we'll see how they do today. We've got Apex. This is, first of all, yes, it's the clan that I lead, but second of all, this is the Pincer team from last season with a few roster adjustments. And Pincer placed 4th place Blitzmasters Legends 1 and 3rd place in Blitzmasters Legends 2. So top 4, arguably top 3 team. Along with Origin, this is a pretty competitive bracket. And there's also Straight, who has achieved top 8 in the past. I forget if they achieved top 4 before. For some reason, I'm recalling that they may have, but my memory's getting a little foggy. But top 8 team in previous seasons several times, so they're good. And so yeah, a few very strong teams in this group, and this is the one that we'll be watching. And yeah, those are your groups for today. I think that's everything that I wanted to present. I went over the tournament rules. Oh yeah, so from today, we've got 4 groups. Tomorrow there will be 2 groups, and so 8 teams will move on. So that means it's the top 2 teams from each group will move on today. So between these 4 teams, 2 of them will move on. The teams that make grand finals will move on as the 1 and 2 seed for each group. And, of course, the same applies to all these. So really, for Group 2, the question is not will Joker qualify, it's who will qualify with Joker. For Group 1, the question could be asked, will it be Evany and Alev? Will Kitten steal a spot? Will 322 steal a spot? Will they steal both spots? Who knows? Group 3, I think this will be close. 7 Rats is really the only team in this group that has top 8 experience. So they're the likely team to move on from here. Along with the other team, not really 100% sure. We will see. But yeah, that is all I wanted to go over. So yeah, top 1 team from yesterday moved on to today. Top 2 teams from today move on to tomorrow. And then tomorrow, the winner of each group qualifies directly to top 8. They will stop playing for PYS 2, PYS 3. And yeah, that is how it's going to work. So once PYS 2 starts, the top 2 teams will be out, and maybe the groups will be a little bit more competitive now that, your Joker / Origin / Apex / Alev, 2 of those powerhouse teams are going to be qualified most likely. There could be an upset, but just my guess. And then, the other 2 teams might have a little bit of a harder time as the groups are more competitive as, the attrition happens, but we will see. I'm excited to see how the season goes. Again, it's a mixed control format, so both PC and touch users are allowed. I think that's a good thing for competitive. Everyone seems to have their opinions on that, but personally, I'm quite happy about it. And James, what's up? Normally Joker is the highest in rate. Actually, no, they usually don't. Usually, there's teams that completely recruit their entire roster for the purposes of seeding with rerolls and whatnot. So usually, Joker is not usually the highest seeded by win rate. Not that I can remember, at least. Like, usually your teams like 322 / Kraken / can like to have their reroll seeding. Yeah, that's pretty normal, actually. Yeah, what's up, Andy? Welcome to the stream. Crazy Cat. No, that's not Crazy Cat Andy, is it? No, I don't think so. We will see. Since it's any server, don't expect anything different from last season. Really, the main difference is going to be who that 4th team in top 4 might be. It could be Elev because they're made up of DFM players, but DFM's not here, so there is a team that can take that spot, and who knows, maybe Apex gets upset. They did get upset by DFM last season. You know, it could happen again. We'll see. And yes, to address it, yes, Apex is my clan. And of course, I am happy to see them doing well, but I'm going to try to be unbiased as best I can. Someone was getting on me today for picking them as my group because of my bias, but I mean, very clearly Group 4 is the most competitive teams, so I think it's the easiest pick for sure. Looks like we have a bot in the chat in order that I need to take care of, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Which chat? Nope, looks like AJ deleted it. What's up, AJ? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good, man. Long time. Thank you for taking care of that for me. Village Termites in the chat, Ref Apex. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to cover. We've got about 3 minutes until we get our invite, so we can just hang out, read chat, make sure everything looks good. Oh, looks like Core is going to be streaming his POV. Oh, okay. I didn't realize Core was going to stream his POV. That was something I didn't really consider because I know he did for a little bit last season, but then he stopped. And so I assumed, I don't know, maybe that he was going to stop streaming his POV, but he is streaming it. So Core will be streaming his POV. He's on the Origin team. In the future, I will have to consider that when streaming groups. Something I guess I didn't really consider today. I still think this is the best group to stream, but knowing that Core is streaming this group as well from his POV, I could have maybe picked another, but it's fine. Something to consider moving forward. And also, if Cora does happen to qualify out of PYS 1, which Origin has tended to do in the past, then it is very possible, that, if he's not going to be streaming anymore because he'll be, already qualified. So in that case, I won't have to worry about it at all. What's up, Shoto? Welcome to the stream. Owen, it's a game mode. It hardly matters. I really wouldn't put too much thought into that, saying, OMG, I beat a Joker player. It's just a game mode. Oh, and yo, Shoto, thank you for the sub as well. 29 months. That's insane. Crazy. I appreciate you, dude. Very kind. Been subbed a while. Yeah, no kidding. Group is Toma, and I can show the groups from here. I had the website pulled up, but I can just show it from here. Toma, they're in Group 3 with XPD, B4, and 7 Rats. Yeah, I'm excited for today. And I guess I can start. We can do predictions. I think the first set we should be watching is Straight in Apex. We'll make it 5 minutes long. Core just started a stream, nice. Wait, and I think I got my room invite, so let me go ahead and hide the game while I join it. Yup, Apex Straight is the first set. Let me look at maps. I think maps are posted somewhere, but I don't remember where. If it was the Apex server or the Joker server. It was the Joker server. Okay. So, let me save that image somewhere. So Faust and Ghost Factory are going to be the maps for this first set. It's only a best of 3. So first to 2 wins for this one. Go ahead and put in the team names. All right, and I guess quickly we can also go over both team rosters. So we can do that. Straight roster led by Dark Magician Girl, the original straight leader who is back in competitive for the first time in a while. I believe he played last season as like a seeding account. I don't know if he actually played. I can't remember. Vision, Whitetails, Firefly, YN, Hypertonic, Area, Kool-Aid, X, and I'm Clear. I think this is a pretty good roster, especially they've got Whitetails, who's a former Joker player. Him and DMG are friends. And so, yeah, Whitetails has won seasons under Joker, at least 1 or 2. And then Kool-Aid's also a top 4 experienced player under Leverage, I believe. So I think they've got a pretty good roster. They're playing against Apex. I think it's going to be a pretty good roster. They picked up Tunnel, Panzer, and Krish this season, who are all players that have formerly played on Joker last season. So they picked up 3 Joker players, so they'll be pretty strong. You've got Blue, this is T-Dub. We've got No Race, No Asian, which is Derpy Narwhals. Pharaoh Kitty, Kurishu, which is Chris. Tunnel, DJR19, also former Joker player, but he's been in Apex for a couple seasons if I remember. Don't remember 100%. Pew Pew Double Pew, he has won a couple seasons on Origin. Panzer, who has won seasons in both Origin and Joker. And then No Girl for No Problem, this is De Silva from EU, and Adolf, okay, interesting username. This is Zerd from EU. So De Silva and Zerd from EU. I believe they both just won the past season on EU, so good players. We will see how they do on this team. And with that, I think we can show the training room now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Apex on the left, Straight on the right, and Faust for games 1 and 2 here. And if it comes to Tiebreaker, I pulled that up already. That was on Ghost Factory, so we'll be checking that for maps as I need to. And yeah, so this meta is an interesting one. Previously, we saw the 113 GFT as the dominant meta tank. Now it is the AMX M4 MLE. Tank has tons of HP. It has reactive armor, so not only is it durable because of its hit points, but it's got reactive to allow it to take even more hits. I forget if this tank was meta for Blissmaster Legends as well, or if that was still the 113 GFT, but I believe this is new meta tank. I want to say I'm new. And yeah, it's also got pretty good armor. The armor's, it's pennable, but it's quite good. Meta medium tank, definitely the E50M. It's got great armor, it's got a very good gun, and it's fast. It's pretty much got everything that you want. So interesting how Straight's running 2, but Apex is not running any of them. They've got an STB, not really a meta tank, nor is the IS-7 in my opinion. So curious to see how those run. Super Conquer is a good meta tank as well. It's less used than the MLE, but between the Super Conquer and the FV2 and 5B, 2 British heavies that both have good HE that they can use on the sides of the MLEs. The Super Conquer has reactive armor, so it can also take hits. Super Conquer has a little bit more gun depression, so it's good hull down. The 2 and 5B has a better gun overall though, and speed boost, so it's more used as an offensive heavy. But yeah, just like that, I think we are good to go ahead and take it into our map intro, which is Faust. So I need to remember to use the correct intro, but here we are. We have the muted map intros now. Unfortunately, the copyrights now kind of forced me to use the muted ones, but it is what it is. Thank you, Nick, for the $1 through Super Chat. I appreciate it. Let me read that. Oh, there's no message. Well, I appreciate it, Nick. Thank you very much. Very kind. And here we go. Map intro is rolling, and here we are, guys. Game 1 between Straight and Apex. First game of Blitz Masters New Horizons. And we'll see how it goes. Looks like Apex heavily committing towards the C side. Straight mostly going towards C, but they're a little less committed. Their 50Ms are both looking towards the A side of the map. Also sending DMG up top in the IS-4. He will drive to the center, maybe take B. Not 100% sure, but it looks like to me, knowing Apex, they might just want to shove this. They know that the IS-4 is a little bit out. 50Ms, they don't know. They're coming back. But yeah, looks like aggressive opening positions here from Apex. No Rice, No Asians immediately going to be pushing up in the MLE. They found Hypertonic. They think they can get some good bleeds into him. They do that. He's already in half HP. Good start for the Apex team. Tunnel floating around in the back in the T100 LT might try to go for a flank, but does have to be careful. Those 50Ms can turn on him very quickly, and those tanks do not mess around. Very difficult to survive an E50M push when you're T100. Looks like Blue took 1,000 damage. He got hit pretty hard there. Looks like between Clear and Dark Magician, Firefly, X is going to be coming around. They're going to counter push into Blue Waffle Enjoyer. He's going to take some hits, but Adolf Hitscan going to come around to help with Firefly here. So the brawl is going quite well for Straight at the moment, but they do lose their first tank. Hit points are quite even, in fact, slightly in favor of Straight. No Race, No Asian's actually getting bled out quite hard, but Apex is turned and put shots into Clear. They will lose No Rice, No Asian. They're going to lose DJR shortly as well. Tunnel farming from behind in the T100, but if Whitetails shoves him, it's going to be very difficult for him to run. And yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. So Tunnel has to play this very carefully. He might get a big Rammy out, 200 damage into him. He's got his side, though. Kool-Aid kills Hit Scan. I'm Clear goes down as well. It is a 5-on-5 scenario. Slight favor for Straight here, actually, in the opening game here. Blue might be able to put in one more shot. No, not able to put it in. Pharaoh's 1v1ing Dark Magician Girl. Tunnel is actually able to handle Tails here. It's going quite well for him, but now he's got the face hug. It's a 3v5 scenario for Apex. Tunnel gets the kill. Pharaoh's quite low. Will he be able to out-reload DMG? Not able to do it. No Girlfriend going to go down to X soon. It's actually going to be Straight taking game 1 here. And it's looking like 1v4 here for Tunnel. He's not going to be able to handle it. Good player, but not good enough. I don't think any player could handle a 1v4 with 3,000 hit points to go. And yeah, Tunnel will fall. Hypertonic with a shot. DMG's coming in. If Pharaoh got the kill in the IS-4, maybe could have gone slightly differently, but I really don't think so. The E50M had so much HP. Super Conqueror so much HP. And game 1 goes to Straight here, which is not the result that I expected to see, but certainly, you know, Straight played it quite well. Despite losing the first tank, X with a really nice game, 4k damage, 3.6 for Hypertonic, and both of them did a lot more than the top Apex damaging player, which was Tunnel there. So great start for Straight. They looked good in that first game. Really, it looks like what happened to me is they pushed really hard. Apex did into the Super Conqueror, who was a Hypertonic. They put some damage into him, but he survived without any issues. And then it looks like No Race, No Asian was not really able to survive. He got counter pushed and went down. And Straight was able to push back with those 50Ms really nicely. And even though Tunnel did a great job 1v1ing Tails, not an easy thing to do, by the way. If you are in a T100 LT, that 50M rushing you down is not an easy tank to pen. It's got really good armor. And something that I guess I forgot to mention earlier on is that it has reactive armor as well. So you're taking less damage in that 50M when you do push. But yeah, Tunnel was still able to win the 1v1, but Straight had a very nice counter push to take the game. We're going to be moving on to game number 2. Also on Faust, of course, but the spawns will swap. And very different lineup here for the Apex team. Straight's got pretty much the same lineup with Emily's, 1 Super Conk, 2 50Ms, and an IS-4. Apex will run their own IS-4 now, but they are stocking more up on the British heavy tanks. So they've got 2 2 and 5Bs, a Super Conqueror, and a Concept 1B, which is an alternative gun depression heavy tank. The Super Conqueror has that, you know, more defensive play style because it has reactive armor. It can take a little bit more hits, but Concept has a slightly better hull down turret. It's going to take less damage hull down. Super Conqueror gets HE'd pretty easily, even though it has reactive. Reactive doesn't get affected by HE. Or I guess it's the other way around. HE doesn't get affected by reactive, so you're going to be taking a lot of bleed damage. And the Concept's just better at, you know, having hull down armor, I guess. But we will see how game number 2 goes. Lots of the chat. What's up with Kame? Kame's in. Immortal's in. What's up? Shizumi. Reddit Stories with the super chat. Yo, thank you for the super chat. T-Double Guide Apex's Shells 34 join Kraken. I will pass. We will see how game number 2 goes. It looks like, interestingly, Blue is doing the same thing that DMG did in the IS-4, kind of driving through the center here a little bit. Both teams, again, pretty committal towards D. Straight again with those 50Ms kind of playing more relaxed to start off. Blue spotted in the middle. Apex taking, again, the more aggressive positioning. They're taking the Composite 1B all the way into the CD corner here, which is a pretty good spot for the tank. Hopefully he knows better than to overextend. He's found Hypertonic. Actually sneaks in a very nice shot, takes one in return. But looking at Dark Magician, Firefly, and Kool-Aid, that could be a sneaky little trap here if Apex does overextend over there. Looks like they are not going to be doing that. They're actually backing out. Tunnel's going to stay up there, maybe make it seem like Apex is going to be staying in this side of the map, but they are in fact rotating out. And okay, now it looks like Pew Pew Double Pew does get spotted. Hit Scan gets spotted. He's still pretty far forward, but I think there might be a decent idea from the straight team that Apex is rotating out with a lot of their tanks. This could prompt a counter push, and Apex has to be ready for that. At the moment, it looks like they are playing up more towards A. They're rotating their light tank out. Now, the light tank does have to be careful. Again, those 250Ms can rush him. Tunnel did a good job last time in the light tank at holding off the 150M, but if two of them push, then that would not be good. But Tails getting hit pretty hard there. Looks like Tunnel put in a shot from across the map. Maybe Blue put one in as well. And looked very nice there. Good bleeds. Looks like missed shot there from Pharaoh Kitty. He has to play it smart, as both 50Ms are looking right at him. But now Straight is kind of surrounded. They could push in either direction and would have a tank advantage if they choose to do that. The question is, how well would Apex be able to respond to that? Looks like they are going to try taking the A base here with two tanks. Maybe those 50Ms are feeling confident in their ability to push against that T100 LT, but there is support here. Blue trying maybe to spot out, see what the push is coming. He is not able to see DMG's little play there. He's going to be moving around with those 50Ms. Quite interesting, actually. And Pew no longer going to be supporting the T100 in this position. They're going to rely on his ability to spot it and run as he needs to. In the meantime, it looks like Straight is starting to counter push towards the CD corner. Tunnel might not be in a good position to spot these guys coming. They might actually be able to sneak up. Yeah, Kool-Aid, Dark Magician, Firefly. Okay, they are spotted now. Tunnel is going to have to be aware of this. Cross shots are coming in. Tunnel's still able to shoot Dark Magician Girl from the other side of the map, but Tunnel might be caught here. Are Kool-Aid and Firefly going to turn around for him? No, Tunnel's just caught, unfortunately. We are going to be losing a tank for the Apex team. The question is, did they get enough reward off of him to make this worth it? Looks like they're going to crash in on Dark Magician Girl in the center of the map. No, that's Firefly. Here's Dark Magician Girl. He's fighting the IS-4. The T-100 is behind him. He will go down quite quickly. The question is, will Straight be able to continue their push through? As they do have tank advantage right now just because of those tanks in the center. But Whitetails is quite low. I'm clear on half HP. DJ, Pew, and Hit Scan are both relatively healthy. But again, Straight are sneaking around with these tanks. And they're going to be spotted now, but it might be a little bit too late. They might be able to get a flank little going here. DJ still looking forward. Oh, look at the sneaky play from No Girlfriend, No Problem, though. He's going to have nice HE into the side of Kool-Aid if he chooses to use it. Nope, Kool-Aid instead missing that shot. Really nice sneaky play there from Apex, having that tank in the back just to kind of prevent Kool-Aid from pushing forward. If he does, he's going to get farmed with HE. 2 and 5B's damage output really is no joke. And now things are looking a lot better for the Apex team. Pharaoh is going to hunt down Kool-Aid here. Looking quite good. Firefly is quite low. He will... Actually, Whitetails is able to get the kill on Blue. So, Straight do bring a tank back, but now it's a 5-on-4. They are down again. I'm Clear is surrounded by multiple tanks. He will likely fall before Double Pew, who's going to try to drop down. Is he going to survive it? No, he actually dies, which is quite funny, but it is over at this point. Apex have won game 2. It's a 4-on-2. Neither tank from the Straight team is healthy. Tails isn't going to waste any time. And here we go. Apex wins on cap right before the kill on Tails. It is now tied 1-1, which means we will go to our tiebreaker map, which is Ghost Vac. Very nice. We are tied up. We'll see how Ghost Vac goes. This is an asymmetrical map for the tiebreaker, so the spawn that each team gets might matter a little bit here. DJ on top of 3.6k damage. And Tunnel was able to make himself pretty effective despite being the first tank to go down to that push there. So good position for them to use, even though they couldn't keep him alive. And here we are at Ghost Factory for game number 3. This is the game that will determine who moves to the upper bracket, who moves to the lower bracket for this group. course, it's a double elimination group, so neither team is getting eliminated after this game, but, you know, it's something to be concerned about, right? You don't want to lose this, of course. But we are going to Ghost Factory. Straight is named one of deodorant for man. Oh, is that a thing? That's funny. Apex love throwing the first game for no reason, then winning the others. Is that a pattern? Perhaps. They cook the hatch, you can HE3 spots now. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Well, Straight using the same lineup again, except they switch out the Super Conk for a 2 and 5B. But otherwise, like, they like that IS-4. And I don't really disagree with it. It's a reasonably good tank. Not the main meta tank, but like it's very good support. It's a mobile heavy tank with pretty solid gun and reasonable DPM. And survivable, I suppose, but not the most survivable. Its armor isn't the best, but it's mobile. Let's go ahead and introduce Ghost Factory. And talking about Apex's lineup, which you can't see anymore because you're watching the intro. Oh, I clicked Ghost Factory. Why is it doing Faust? Okay. I definitely clicked Faust. Or I definitely clicked Ghost Factory. That's strange. Alright, well, I'll have to figure that out, guys. I will do that on my own time. I'm not going to replay the intro for Ghost Factory because the game's about to start. But I can definitely see on my end that the routine for Ghost Factory is running, so... Okay. Yeah, I guess that has issues now. Alright, I'll have to work on that, see why that routine's not running correctly, because it didn't do the auto transition in the end either. Very strange. Anyway, focus on the game. We can worry about that after. We're going to have some time between the sets. But right away, Blue is pushing right through in the factory. Straight is going for a quick cap of the B base. They are going to barely get it off in time. Blue is going to sneak in to try to put some shots in on this side, but actually missing, and he takes 2 of his own, so that was a net positive trade for Straight. They've taken a couple more bleeds overall, though, so maybe not 100%, but they did get the base lead. Straight will have the cap lead, as Apex is only now grabbing the D base. The 250Ms from Straight are flanking all the way around. They're going to run into No Girlfriend, No Problem at some point. Again, that is De Silva from EU. Nice shot from Pharaoh into I'm Clear. And it looks like Apex is not wasting any time with this push. They think that they have Straight caught out here and want to take advantage of it, but I'm not 100% sure if I agree. Straight does look like they have a decent fortress setup, but they're just trying to take the B base here. Okay, that was their plan. They've taken B, and now they have caps. I see. That makes a little bit more sense. Pew's going to take a couple hits here. He'll back out. Clear might be able to put in another. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like X from Straight getting bled out maybe by No Girlfriend, No Problem, and Pharaoh. Those Straight E50Ms were not able to, survive without taking a beating, so they backed in. Straight going for a counter push into the factory, and they do have the rear of DJR, who's going to look for the kill in Kool-Aid, though, so very good early kill for Apex. That is going to start to shut down that push that Straight has. They will catch DJ, though. DJ is going to have a hard time surviving, but putting those shots into Dark Magician Girl, killing the 2 and 5B is an important thing to do. Looks like Apex had easier shots on the other tanks, so they get the kill there. And even though DJ does go down, and actually Hitscan did as well, at the end of the day, it looks like Apex is in the hit point advantage here by a good factor, and at this point, Straight still has not brought back the bases yet. I'm Clear going down to Pharaoh, hunting him down in the T100 LT. Looks like the 50Ms still both alive here for Straight, but they are being brought kind of into the middle of this heavy area, which is maybe not where they 100% excel, and so that's not really allowing them to maybe make the plays that they want to in the 50M, kind of being aggressive against the light tank. But Fair, is kind of floating around doing his own thing. Now he's going to be able to get the kill on Hypertonic. And Apex will have no problems taking this third game. With very good aggressive possessioning into the factory. Taking the base from Straight, forcing a counter push. And the counter push maybe wasn't the best put together as they did go down. Also really good bleeds from Apex onto that, what was his name? X, I believe. One of the 50Ms. So that was quite nice. Tunnel on top, 3.2k. Very nice game from him. And yeah, game 3 will go to Apex. They move on to the winner's side, so the first set is complete. We can maybe take a look, see how the other groups did. I will go ahead, pull up that website, and see if I can get it refreshed real quick. And then I would like to take a second to figure out why the map intros were not working there. I did update OBS at one point, and I hope the update didn't break everything. That would really suck. I'm not 100% sure though. Let's see. Second stage. Why is this not loading? Oh boy. Anyway, 2-1 for Apex. I can put that up, but let's see. Alright, so it looks like Kitten defeated Evney. Alev defeated 322, so it's going to be Evney 322 lower for Group 1. Group 2, Joker and Rose over Moon and Zero, respectively. No surprise for Joker, but I'm not as familiar with Moon, Rose, or Zero. Haven't watched them in a while. Toma over 7 Rats. Ooh, 7 Rats getting 2-0 there. That's a surprise. I would say that's a big upset. And XPD over B4. I haven't watched any of these teams play, so that's fair. And Origin defeating Zico. No problems there. So we will be watching Origin Apex in the upper bracket finals. I will have to figure out when that is. Do that real quick. And then again, I need to figure out what is going on with this map intro thing. What's up, Yaha? Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so that's training room. Looking at tournaments. Game is at 32. So I don't know if anyone's doing the predictions, but I will put something in the chat. Okay. But yeah, let's figure that out real quick. So I have a scene that has all the map intros, and it looks like the Faust one is playing. So what normally happens is they auto shut off after playing. Like it'll auto hide. Were they both playing at the same time earlier? Looks like it. So then it's supposed to hide, and it looks like the Ghost Factory one hid as well, and it's supposed to auto transition. I'm trying to remember why that worked. Sorry, the screen's gonna be black for a bit. What plugin did I have? Let's see. If I go to properties, under properties, I don't know. Show nothing when playback ends. Let's try that. Show nothing when playback ends. So let's run the Alpenstat one, see if it works. And then it should shut off afterwards. Okay, it shut off, but it didn't hide itself. So if I try to play another one... Huh, so that does work. And if I want to play another one, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to have to do this on stream, but I just want to see if I can get it fixed. Hmm. Okay, so let's see, I run it. I switch to another scene. Let's do the BRB. And then if I pull this back up, it restarts. Okay. They're broken, unfortunately. I am not going to be able to fix it on stream. There's a plugin that I used to use to auto-close them. I could set up to where I manually close them after each run, but I don't have time to do that because I have to do it for like 20-something maps. So I'm not going to worry about this right now, guys. We're not going to have any map intros today. It's whatever. It is fine. I'm not worried about it. We'll play an Uprising game before the next set. Ooh, it starts in 10 minutes. And I'll be getting my invite soon. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So we're just going to hang out. I'm a little bit disappointed that that broke. And I didn't test it beforehand because it's something that's never broken before, but now I'll have to remember to test these things ahead of time. I actually did have a bunch of technical difficulties than the days leading up to today, because there were a couple things that I did. I updated NVIDIA Broadcast, which is the thing that I use for my microphone to make it so that it filters out like background noise. So like if I clap, it's not being picked up, and even when I'm talking, like it's relatively, you know, like good. Like you might be able to hear a little bit of it. My voice might sound a little bit off, but for the most part, it's able to like take out things like noises and my keyboard. Mainly my keyboard's actually the biggest one. Like my mic would sound pretty bad without it. You'd be able to just hear my keyboard all the time and it would not sound good. But also my camera. Like right now I'm sitting in a tank, which, you know, spoiler alert guys, if you actually believed it, I'm not in a real tank. It's a virtual green screen, because I don't have an actual green screen behind me. There's a program that NVIDIA Broadcast has that recognizes my face and replaces everything that isn't my face, and I guess my mic and chair, with the background picture that I put in. So I was updating that program, and apparently there's an issue with the new update. I don't really know how new it is. Maybe it's been out for a while, but OBS just does not recognize it, which is really weird, because I was getting it working on Discord as a video source, and I was getting it working on other programs, but on OBS it just would not work. And I looked it up, and apparently OBS just doesn't recognize it, and it's just a bug. So I had to downgrade it, which took a little bit of time figuring out how to downgrade the program. I was able to finally get my hands on an older version, or the original version that I had ahead of time. So I was able to figure that out. So that was the main technical issue I had. There was also one where it wasn't recognizing my game, because when I did that one stream using the Reforge client, I forgot to switch it back to this client. So that was just my bad. And then I had to make sure that delay was re-enabled, because that would have been bad if I didn't do that. But we're all good now. But it does seem that when I updated OBS, maybe it broke the plugin that I used for sorting out all the map intros. Because basically the way I have it set up is I have a scene for all the map intros. So like, you know, I have my different scenes for like, this is my in-game scene, I have my just chatting scene, I have my BRB screen. But I also have a scene for all the map intros, and how it works is I have all the map intros on it. It's this black screen, and then when I want to run a map intro, I unhide the one that I want. It plays, and then when I switch off of the scene, it should auto-hide again. And that auto-hide plugin seems to not work. So I need to make a note to myself to fix that. So I will do that right now. Pull up Notepad. Fix OBS plugin. All right. Well, I will do that. But as for now, we've got about a minute until the next set, you know, sends me the invite. So we'll hang out for now. That will be Apex Origin. which I've already shown the Apex roster, so I don't need to do that again, but I will show the Origin roster real quickly. There's some new players on it. Maybe I should look through the chart. That'd be a better way of doing it. So we've got Cora, Steven, Bubba. They've played on this team before. No surprise. Cora's been the captain. Bubba's been a long-time player on the team, even since Tanner. And Steven's been around here or there. Okay, I got my invite, but real quick, I'll show this. Lefa Q3, new player to the team. This is Xenon. I think he played with Origin in like a couple smaller tournaments. No, it doesn't even look like that. Okay, never mind. But he's been on the team now. Call Me Daddy. This is Krim from the EU server, so he's a Legionnaire. Mux V, who's been around before. Ricey Fresh. This is why am I blinking? This is Amorax. I knew this is Amorax. We've got Rob, who used to be on the Pramo team a long time ago. I don't know if he's ever played for Origin themselves. No, but this is his first time playing in like almost 3 years. He's been back into the game. He's been pretty active. But he's not played on Origin. He's been on Rain and Pramo and stuff. But now he is on Origin, as he played on those teams with Cora. And 13, former Leverage player. I think this is his first time on Origin as well. He played on 7Bud, which is Leverage, Ponda Merger, Cozy, which was Leverage, yeah. So he hasn't really played much since being on Leverage. And Playmaker, who is from EU as well. So those are the rosters for today. I am really quickly going to hide my screen, see if I'm good to show things. Yeah, I need to wait like 30 seconds or so. So we will do that. Origin is on the left, and Apex is on the right. Again, if you guys want to watch Cora's perspective, he is streaming as well. He has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. And he's got his stream going for POV. Break it up. Thank you. The mods needs in the current prediction. Yeah, my fault. I forgot to do that. Thanks, Pickle. What's your favorite movie? Was it Interstellar? Not nice. I have to think about what my favorite movie is. I'd have to give it more thought. I'm not a big movie junkie, to be honest, but there are some good ones. 100 LT would be better as a light since it's good with camo net for information compared to the Sherry. Yeah, 200's typically used. It's more versatile. It's pretty fast. Obviously, it's fast. Low profile, which first of all makes it, a harder target to hit at range. It's got pretty reasonable armor. You can bounce a shot or two in the tank. Lower profile makes it harder to hit, but also makes it better for spotting things and not getting spotted in return. I think it doesn't directly influence camo rating, but I think indirectly it does. Yeah, it's really overall just the best light tank right now, in my opinion, for competitive meta. It's really the only competitive light tank that we're seeing right now. Some people thought maybe the Vickers would show up a little bit. Some people thought the 132-1. And I guess occasionally you'll see like the Bat Chat or the Vickers. Bat Chat with a 4-shot gun now, which is pretty reasonably good. But for the most part, it's just T100 LT right now. And you won't really see Sheridan at all. If I'm proven wrong, then I guess I'll have to eat my words, but we'll see. You saw a great movie. I agree. It is a good movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. But it is good, of course. Anyway, we got 1 minute until this set begins. This is going to be a best of 5, so the rest of the day is going to be best of 5. We've got Middleburg for games 1 and 2, and looking at the map list, I pulled up Normandy for games 3 and 4, and if it comes to a tiebreaker, it'll be on Yukon. As for the teams that we're watching, I obviously showed both of their rosters already. I showed Apex back in the first set, showed Origin just now, and yeah, these teams both finished top 3 in the previous season. Origin has been 2nd place for a pretty long time now at this point. Apex under the pincer tag, they got 4th once, then 3rd once, and now they've picked up Tunnel and Panzer, so an improvement to the roster in my opinion. We'll see if they are able to improve their placement, if they will stay at 3rd. Of course, both of these teams are likely to make it out today because top 2 make it out of this group, and it's not terribly important who wins this group, But of course, you know, you don't want either team to suffer an upset to Straight or ZCO. And we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we got 10 seconds left until game number 1. We're not going to roll the intro for the map because, again, it's bugging, unfortunately, but we will go ahead and get started with the set. Origin Apex. I am sad about the map intro. I love watching those. It's something that, you know, Wargaming sent me their files, and I thought that was a really cool thing to add to the stream. Just improves the production quality, but we will make do without. No big deal. And here we are, y'all. Game number 1. Looks like Origin spawning with 2 tanks up top, both Chieftain and an MLE. Apex only spawning up top with 1 MLE. It looks like Origin's sending most of their tanks up top, with just Call Me Daddy hiding down in B for those resets. Apex playing incredibly aggressive on the AB area, not even stepping in the A base, but they're going to directly go for B. Maybe see if they can catch out Call Me Daddy. I mean, they can basically assume that there's going to be a tank here. There almost always is. Call Me Daddy missing the shot in. The Panzer and DJ are both double capping the base here. And it won't really be easy for them to get a reset on both players. So DJ got reset by Call Me Daddy. Now he's going to have to shoot Panzer as well if he wants to get the reset. Not able to get it. Puts an extra shot into DJ. But we are going to be seeing an immediate push from Origin up top as a result of all those tanks that are down low for Apex. And could be difficult for Apex to survive this, to be honest, as Origin is very well unified over here. Call Me Daddy putting in a nice shot into hit scan all the way from the other side of the map. And the core is going to peek over, but not 100% committed yet. And Blue's going to have a hard time surviving this. In comes Muxv, Rob, Bubba. Ooh, Rob taking a big shot of damage there, 1400. Very nice burst from Apex. Will it be enough, though? Blue is going to, you know, have issues surviving there, and No Girlfriend's also having issues, but in come Apex's rotation. They were able to grab the A base. Origin is now stepping onto B. That's going to buy a little bit of time for Apex getting their tanks back in the fight, but they are down by a good amount of hit points right now, and Blue is falling very quickly here. Muxv or Cora are going to turn around for that kill. It will be Cora. And will Apex go for the counter push now? They're going to have to. They are down in the caps, though, so they just lost B. They're likely to lose A as well. Tunnel's going to be suffering a 2v1 here. But how are Apex going to pull this back? They need to get the kills on Rob and Muxv here. But they are taking a lot of damage in the meantime. It's not going to be very easy for them. And here we go. Yeah, Origin is taking the A base as well. So that's going to be all 3 bases for the Origin team. Not looking too good for Apex at the moment, although they do have good bleeds onto Muxv. And they will be able to get the pick on Rob as well in just a moment. And that's a fire on Muxv, but it won't quite be enough. Panzer bouncing the kill shot on Rob. That's not what you want to see. And yeah, Origin is just going to sweep this game, no problem here. They are double the hit points of Apex at this point. Have an extra gun, and even though Rob does eventually fall, Bubba will have no issues picking up Panzer. Cora probably won't survive. No Girlfriend, no problem. We'll go down to Steven in just a moment here. And yeah, Apex just a little bit too split there and allowed Origin to go for that push really without any issues here. And they are going to win game number 1. Not particularly close. And very nice game for Origin as they start out with a 1-0 lead. Getting the last kill right before reaching 1,000 cap points. Very nice. Yo, we got the $20 super chat from Zero. What is up? Appreciate you, man. Wish you a great stream. Love the commentary. Thank you so much, Zero. It's good to have you in here. Very kind. And yeah, I enjoy doing it. I'll keep it up as long as tournaments are running. For the foreseeable future, at least. I mean, who knows? It seems like tournaments are not going to be running for the foreseeable future, though. So we'll see what I do with the whole Reforged update coming out and tournaments not being a part of Reforged at the initial release, at least. But we will see. Bubbo having a very nice game there. 4.8k damage. Completely slaughtering with that Chieftain. It's an off-meta tank. You don't really see it too much because the 2 and 5B and the Super Conqueror get used a lot more often. But what the 2 and 5B and the Super Conqueror don't have that the Chieftain does is pure hash, right? So you have like your cheap hash, but your premium hash, something that only the Chieftain has, and it can definitely shred tanks if you allow it to. I don't know how much Bubba fired, but you know, he had a very nice game there, so GG's to him. Maybe swapping spawns here on Middleburg. 1-0 in the favor of Origin. And Apex will run a 50M now. So they will have a medium tank. There were no mediums or lights last game. And we are seeing potentially a Ho repick here from Origin. I was going to comment on this the first time I saw it. This is something that I first learned from Europe. Europe was running Ho Rees, and really no one on any has been running Ho Rees at all, but both of these teams do have European influence. Origin has Playmaker and Kami Daddy, aka Krim, who are both from Europe. And Apex has Zerd and De Silva, which both of them are playing at the moment. And yeah, Ho Rees is something that Europe has been running. It's a nice, not really just a passive tank, but it's really a replacement for the WZ-113 GFT kind of getting nerfed. That tank was really good, had reactive, had really good armor, had reasonable mobility, had a hard-hitting gun. The Ho Re has most of these things, just to a slightly lesser extent. The gun doesn't hit quite as hard. The armor isn't quite as there. Mobility, I don't think it's quite as good as the original 113 GFT. But it still does most of the things that that tank does reasonably well. It's just, you know, used like that in a lesser extent. It's not an aggressive tank like the 113 GFT was. It's more of like a good holding tank. Also has amazing pen for when you need to hit consistent shots. It's like we are seeing a quick B cap here from Apex. They are also pushing through with Blue, Tunnel, and DJ directly into A. Again, Call Me Daddy is going to be holding down the A base. But Ricey Fresh going to try to help out, and Call Me does have shots on the Blue Waffle Enjoyer trying to grab the base. DJ is going to step in instead. He is now spotted. I don't see how Apex grabs this base with Ricey and Call Me Daddy. Core is going to rotate in as well. And it looks like Apex agrees. They're going to be backing out here, not going to quite take it. But they are trying to prevent Origin from grabbing it, which they have done, I suppose. I don't know if it was their intention to grab it right away, but instead, Origin has a very nice position up top. They've got Mux V, Rob, Bubba, all pushing directly through up top, and there's no one from Apex there to really stop them or even locate them. Panzer does knock down that bush there. Could be a blind fire idea from Origin if they decide to go through with it. But it looks like maybe they didn't see it fall, or they haven't noticed it yet. But at the moment, Apex is up on the caps, but they have blood a good amount. Origin has about a 1400 HP lead, and really good positions from Origin at the moment. Apex is pretty much surrounded at this point. Somehow Pharaoh got spotted. Rob is driving all the way through the middle here, has not been lit himself. And yeah, Apex does not have much information right now. Pretty much anyone from Origin could be anywhere right now. They know where Ricey is. He was just spotted. Call Me Daddy. Really not a good way for him to get out unspotted, to my knowledge. But yeah, Origin just has really good positions overall. And Rob has the opportunity to potentially sneak up on the back of Tunnel and Blue if needed. And he is holding that angle quite nicely here. Just waiting for them to peek out. And he's really not in danger of getting spotted at all until that backing up does occur. So we will see how things move on out. Only about 600 cap points now for Apex, so still plenty of time for Origin. They will want to start moving eventually, but they are not in immediate danger quite yet. It's not 100% urgent, but they will need to, you know, keep an eye on the cap, of course. And they are going to start to move in right about now. There is Rob, who is able to peek in and put in a shot. He actually takes one in return, but both Tunnel and Blue, I believe, did miss their shots. And now in come Origin. They've completely surrounded Blue and Tunnel. In comes Cora as well, running that reactive. They're going to try to get quick kills here on Tunnel and Blue. Blue is going down quite quickly, actually. And Apex just haven't really responded yet. Panzer's still all the way back there in that 50M. Bubba's going to come in the concept, and yeah, down goes Blue, first tank to fall. Steven will get picked off here eventually from Origin, but they've got Tunnel in a really bad position as well. Cora's just doing good work in that Ho Re, has lots of damage with his tank here. No Girlfriend's going to try to counter push, keep Tunnel alive a little bit, but Muxie's going to have that kill, no problem. Call Me Daddy putting a nice shot in order to bring him down to a one-tap for Muxie guaranteed. DJ's also quite low. He's going to get pushed down, and yeah, it's looking really good for Origin right about now. They'll kill DJ. They have Pharaoh on the rocks as well. Panzer's taking a little bit of time to get into the fight. Pharaoh might have the kill on Rob, though. He does, but it's still a 5-on-4, so advantage right now for Origin. They're going to have No Girlfriend in just a moment here as well. And yeah, game 2 will go to Origin as well. They're having no issues with this set at all. And looking really good for them. Core going to be able to pick up this kill on hit scan. Gets the turret pop as well. Pharaoh will fall momentarily. Actually, sneaky kill on Ricey. That was a great shot from Pharaoh, but I don't know if it'll be enough. We'll see if that cap points are able to do anything, but I mean, there's no hit points left on Apex, so it really doesn't mean anything that they're winning on the caps. And yeah, that kill does bring it back in the favor of Origin. And yeah, Core's just going to come around and get this free kill on Panzer, and then it's game. Pharaoh trying to get the kill on Bubba, but Muxy covering him, shutting him down, and yeah, very nice. So yeah, Origin just straight up out positioning Apex there. I don't know if Apex was trying to grab A or just stop Origin from grabbing A, which they did, but then they just kind of grouped themselves all in the town and got surrounded, and they weren't able to make a push to win. So yeah, really good sneaky positioning from Origin's tanks, like Korra being able to sneak in there in the Ho-Ri with Rob and get around Tunnel and Blue, who had rough games. Yeah, they were bottom 2, so that explains it. So 2-0 sweep so far on the map. Middleburg will go to Normandy for games 3 and 4. And Apex needs to win both of these games just to see the last map, which I believe is Yukon. I'll double check that. Yep, Yukon, but Origin only needs to win one of the next 3 games to move on to the winners finals, which would put them in top 2 for the group, and they would automatically qualify for the last day. So whoever wins this set does get to directly qualify to tomorrow, but the last game would determine the seeding, I believe. Not on the portal, no rewards yet. I think later on in the tournament we'll see it, but it's just the qualifiers. Qualifiers are never on the portal, never have been, never will be, most likely. And now Apex is running the Ho-Ri. It's going to be No Girlfriend, No Problem, which again is De Silva, EU player, so we are seeing the EU influence. A very light team for Apex running double 200 LT. Oh, no, Origin is too. Both teams running 2 light tanks. They're interesting. Both having the same idea. 1, 2, and 5B each. Origin rocking 4 Emilys, though they're keeping it simple. Apex only having 1. Running a Kron, a Super Conk. They've got like 6 different tanks in their team, which is quite interesting. Only tank they have 2 of is the T100. We'll see how it runs for him, or if Origin's just going to clean sweep the set. Let's go, guys. Game number 3. Origin's going to start with the north spawn. Apex has south. Now, it's Normandy, and thinking about Normandy, I don't really know how many places you can really put a Ho-Ri without it being obvious. Like, you can put it either in this corner, or you can put it in this little bunker, and I guess maybe you can put it in this church here, right here. So I guess that's 3 different spots. There has to be a little bit of guesswork, but overall not too much. You're going to see quick double cap from Apex with their T100s, grabbing C quite quickly. Only one of them for Origin, so cap lead goes to Apex, which is a nice thing to have. However, Origin has tanks positioned down low. Actually, DJ going to be moving over there as well. Okay, so Mux v DJ both spotted in this position. Tunnel is going to be covering DJ to prevent any A caps from occurring. DJ is just kind of spotting it. Looks like Hitscan's taking a couple shots here in the Super Conquer. Ricey putting in some good bleeds. Didn't see who put in the first shot, but he has already bled about a third of his hit points. So not the best start, but they do have the cap lead. So it will still force Origin to go for a push. Apex is a lot more passive at the moment. They know that, obviously, since they have the cap lead, Origin will have to push somewhere. But, you know, having one of your heavy tanks, which there aren't too many, like, strong, you know, soaking heavy tanks on the Apex team. Super Conquer is one of them, and the fact that he's already on a third of his hit points, not a great start. Origin is taking their time blind firing the TD position that De Silva's in. Actually missing the shot there, but it was very good intuition there from Rob, and he might just keep trying it. You know, there's really not a whole lot of places that Ho-Ri can be, and that is one of them. And, you know, since there's not a whole lot going on in the battle right now, you might as well just blind fire it. And I think that second shot might have connected. It didn't do any damage. but I didn't see the Tracer fly past the tank, so it could have just bounced or something. I don't really know. But at the moment, things are pretty relaxed. Panzer taking the position over from Tunnel and covering DJ at A. And it looks like Origin had something down low on the beach, potentially. Steven going down there, maybe to see if could catch out the double T100 LTs pushing beach. That didn't happen, though, so Steven's coming all the way back up. And you're going to be seeing some sort of rotational play happen. Cora moving forward to spot out this side with the T100 LT. Does spot blue, notably, in the T100. That's a very sneaky position to use. He's going to look for a shot when he can. Blue's going to have to play a little bit more carefully. He's still kind of peeking this a little tentatively. And yeah, Cora playing pretty... wow, I'm surprised that he's not getting spotted by this, but I suppose it is against a heavy tank. But if Cora somehow got spotted in that position, it would not look good. Looks like No Girlfriend does get blind shot finally. Not looking good. Apex is bleeding a good amount. They are now 2,300 hit points down. Or it did finally get spotted by Tunnel, but not after, not before taking a shot. For us to look directly at the replays themselves, no. Hello, Reforged Effect Comp. Comp is going away for the time being. I think Wargaming's intention is to bring it back eventually, but tournaments are going to be gone for temporarily. Okay, I'll stop reading the chat. A play is occurring. Double T100 LTs making a move on DJ here. DJ is facing this way, though. When Bubba gets spotted, he's going to take one shot. Is Panzer looking? Doesn't look like it, but DJ puts in a second. So good start there. Good bleeds into DJ, but Origin is taking this as an opportunity to grab the A-base. Steven is hiding behind Muxv. DJ's not able to reset. Panzer and Pharaoh weren't able to reset either. Are they going to try to push out Bubba here? This could be a push Bubba type play. It looks like it is. Yeah, Panzer and Pharaoh are driving in. DJ helping out, and even Blue Waffles coming on in here. Panzer's going to be taking some damage from Cora, though. He's going to go down quite quickly if he's not careful. Does Cora still have shots? Yes, he does. Muxv is looking. Steven's looking. Panzer does make it to the rock, though. He survives for now. Cora's going to drive on in, but Pharaoh's going to help out. And Panzer missing one shot onto Cora, who puts one in. Pharaoh's going to help here to HP share. And Panzer's got this sneaky little tiger's body to hide from Pharaoh, or to hide from Cora. Muxv does end up getting the kill, but Pharaoh should win the 1v1 against Cora there, as long as he hides from Steven. But in comes Apex with the push. DJ needs to help out with that clip here. He's going to put it into Muxv. Looks like No Girlfriend, No Problem in the Hori is going to be stepping on the D-base. Apex has taken A. They will get the kill on Muxv in a moment here. Down goes Cora. Down goes Muxv. Call Me Daddy not quite able to get the kill on Pharaoh, who's still hiding over there. Needs to be careful from that 2 and 5B. There's no reason for him to die over here. He just needs to hide from them, which he does. Steven goes down. And Apex's push looks quite good, actually. They are about to win. They get the kill on Rob, even. No Girlfriend, No Problem, able to win that 1v1. Very nice play over there. I didn't really get to catch it. There was a whole lot going down on this side. Call Me Daddy will drop down, get an HE kill on Pharaoh, but he is now going to have to fight against Blue and DJ at the same time, which, it's a play that you definitely need to make. And he might actually be able to get the kill on Blue, but no, it's actually going to go down to Caps. Didn't notice that they were at 1,000. Very nice. And Apex do keep themselves alive, but they're going to have to win the next 2 games in a row to win this set. The very nice push there into Bubba. I was originally a little bit nervous for them, as Origin did have plenty of those heavy tanks set up, but they decided not to drop down to join all of the Apex tanks that dropped. And Panzer did get bled pretty heavily. There really wasn't a good way for him to survive, but they did the job. They won the light tank fight, and do want to call attention to No Girlfriend, No Problem, who was somehow able to survive on that other side of the map. I didn't exactly see how that 1v1 went down, but he won it despite having less hit points at the beginning because, he got bled out with the blind fires. So really good job from him. And it's now 2-1. Call Me Daddy switching over from the 2 and 5B to the Chieftain now. Looks like Origin is believing in that Chieftain. They've run it a few times now at this point. They seem to like the tank. I haven't really seen it a whole lot in the scrims that I've seen. I have been subbing in a couple times for scrims here and there. Hadn't really seen any chieftains, but Origin seems to like them. They're running the Ho-Ri. Apex has dropped. They're going to keep the double light tanks, though. Both teams will. Apex is pretty much an identical roster, but they are now adding an IS-4 into the mix. And they got rid of the Kron Von as well. So, call me daddy. Still switching between 2 and 5e chieftain. Not sure what's being played here, but anyway. Game 4, Normandy. This time Origin will have South. What's up, James? Ad didn't block the stream, just popped on the side. That's weird. Every time that happens, open chat goes away. I see. Strange. Here we go, guys. Game 4 about to begin. And again, double light versus double light. We'll see how they play differently. Last game, Apex went for a double cap with the lights. This time, looks like Pharaoh spawns pretty far away, so if he's going to do that, he has to cross a good distance. Core is going to be going quickly for C. And Bubba's going for C as well, so it's a matter of who's going to get to the double cap first. Looks like Pharaoh taking a bit of a detour. So it might actually be Origin. Yeah, Pharaoh took a little too much of a detour. No, they still get it somehow. That's crazy, actually. I did not expect that. Pharaoh took a big detour. Maybe going for a little bit of spotting, which isn't necessarily a bad play. It just depends on what your priorities are, right? If your goal is to get the cap first and not risk anything, then yeah, that was kind of yikes. But getting some information off the early game is also pretty useful. And now the 200s disperse. DJ Rob spotting each other. DJ taking the first hit there. So again, early bleeds from Origin into Apex, although it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. It's something useful to consider, but it doesn't dictate everything. Pharaoh stepping B briefly, maybe has a little bit of a bait. But really, it's not a viable cap to just grab. Definitely don't want to do it again, because even if Origin wasn't thinking about it earlier, they are thinking about it now. Also, Steven in a position that I had not previously considered for the Ho-Ri. I had talked about how he can either play on that corner or in that corner, or maybe at the church, but this is not a position that I really see. It's a very interesting one to use. And since Steven's at the red line, probably won't get spotted for firing if it's a heavy tank that he's shooting at. If it's a light tank, maybe, but heavy tank, probably not, so it's an interesting position to note. DJ Rob keeps spotting each other, both taking pot shots, but nothing much connecting at the moment. Ricey covering A in an MLE, not what you expect to see an MLE doing, but that's fair. No one playing forward for Apex immediately, but there is this sneaky little position that I guess I could have highlighted earlier that the North spawn has. And Apex is using it with Blue here covering the A base. He does get spotted though, sneaks a shot into Korra. That's good early bleed from Apex back into Origin. And it's the T100 LT, a tank that you definitely don't want bleeding, because if you're in a light tank trying to make plays in the late game, you need all the HP you can have. Steven taking a blind shot as well there, very nice from Blue Waffle Enjoyer. A goofy username. Overall, things are still quite relaxed at the moment. Both teams aren't playing terribly aggressive at the moment, although Origin is trying to get info. They're encroaching forward with Korra and Bubba playing in the middle there, but not a whole lot happening otherwise. Ricey is going to be moving from the position that he'd previously held. Now that Steven's here to cover it instead. Korra spotting Tunnel. Tunnel spotting Korra. Of course, he has to be careful in the T100 LTs, but both teams know that, of course. But we will see if something occurs. It's about to be 600 caps in a moment. Apex barely having that lead, but even for just a moment, if Origin's able to step on D, which is unlikely, or grab a base of their own, second base, I should say, then that would put them in the lead. It's incredibly close. A kill would do it as well. The question is, what kill are they lining up? Ooh, good shot from Bubba into tunnel. But yeah, what kill can Origin line up? Blue in the IS-4, really out of the question. It's not really something that you can threaten unless you go down beach, which I suppose is a possibility. But that's a big commitment, taking all your tanks down. Then again, Apex did it last game and they won the game. But it wasn't quite exactly going that way. Wasn't to punish a tank in that position. But looks like Origin rotating both lights together over towards CD. We'll see if a play gets made this way. Also, it looks like my desktop didn't unmute. That's an oopsie. Has this been playing without audio this entire time? That's awkward. I guess I really need to figure out what's going on with my routine. But it looks like Origin's about to make their moves here. Call Me Daddy is spotted now, going into C. Farah putting a shot in. He's spotted, though. Could be a tough position to get out of in the T100, to be honest. A little bit awkward. Maybe Steven's going to try to punish it in the Ho-Ri. But you can definitely tell that Origin's making their move. They're stepping in B briefly with those MLEs. They're coming in. Panzer spotted, DJR spotted in the back. And Origin knows Apex does not have all their tanks lined up here. And Origin is moving in with their push. The question is, who's the kill that they can line up, or can they briefly step into D and back out? You're not going to be able to do it easily. But Blue stepping into the A base definitely tells Origin that they have tank lead. They're going to move around with those T100 LTs. They're probably going to push into Blue. No, they're turning back around. Indecisive here, but Origin is bleeding a decent amount from this. Looks like Hitscan is going to be the tank that they choose to target here. Call Me Daddy coming in from the side. No Girlfriend putting shots in. Looks like he hit Cora there. But Hitscan is in trouble here. Apex is going to rotate in. They're shooting at Muxvi, but Tunnel's losing hit points as well. It's getting quite close. Muxvi's going down. But Muxvi might be able to step into D and give the cap lead. No, he falls first. Now that gives a little bit of insurance here to Apex, but no Girlfriend being perma-tracked here. He will fall very quickly. Not able to get an extra shot into Bubba, but he's traded out for Ricey. Bubba going to come in and get the kill on Hitscan here. So we're at a 5v5 scenario at the moment. Caps are at 840 each. It's quite close, but Origin barely has the lead because they were able to step into D. Now Panzer stepping into C. He's going to try to fight against Corey here, but Steven's going to help out here. Will Blue and Joy be able to help? No. Panzer's going to get around. Does he survive, though? Cora might have the kill. He does have the kill. Does Blue get the counter? Yes, he does. Back into Cora. Bubba also went down. Pharaoh fighting against the Chieftain here, not able to get around, though. It is in favor of Apex, though, for the Caps. They're stepping onto C at the moment. Blue's going to have the advantage against Steven in that 1v1 scenario. The game's over, though. It went down to Caps. I didn't notice it. Oh, man. Who won that? I think Apex was in the lead for the Caps there, yeah? It is going to go to Apex. Apex do tie it up 2-2. I didn't see it was at 1,000. I thought it was getting close, but I was not paying attention. Very nice. It was very even in the end game there. Steven looks like he was losing that 1v1 that he had. But someone was low on Apex as well. I don't remember who, but we're 2-2. We are going to Yukon after all. And also I need to take a moment and say thank you to Crazy Cat Andy for 10 gifted subs. Crazy Cat Andy, thank you so much. You are always so generous to the channel, and it really means a lot. Thank you so much. Everyone who got your subs, make sure to thank Andy. She is very kind and generous, even though her team DFM has not been able to compete this season. Really appreciate that you're still sticking around and doing what you can. Very generous. Yeah, shout out to Andy. Thank you so much. With that, we are going to Game 5, y'all. Game 5. Yukon is the map. It's another asymmetrical map. Origin will have north, northwest to be more specific, Apex southeast. And lineups are pretty simple for Origin. It's pretty much every meta tank, 2 and 5B50M, 200 and 4 MLEs. Apex is, they're playing meta tanks, but they're playing a lot less of the MLE than what we have expected to see so far in the meta. Origin's really been running several of them every game. Apex has kind of been running less, but you still see them. But we've got 2 potentially for this game, along with 2 50Ms, 2 2-5Bs, and an IS-4. But we will see how Game 5 goes. Let's get it, y'all. Again, the stakes of this set are not that high. The loser still has another chance to make it back into Grand Finals, but the winner does qualify directly to Grands, and, by extension, qualifying for Grands puts you into tomorrow's 3rd day of the Prove Your Skill. So, winning this set guarantees your spot tomorrow. So, it would be nice for either team to have this, you know, to not have to worry about it, right? You're still going to have to fight against Zico or Straight. I don't know which team won. We'll have to look at that afterwards. But we will see how it goes. Apex hard committing A. Origin taking a little bit more time. They're grabbing B, but they are committed on this side as well. Steven spotted in the middle. He lights blue. He lights hit scan. Actually puts a shot into blue as well. Very good shot there from Steven. And Ricey also putting an early shot into Pharaoh. That's good bleeds here from Origin in the opening game, which they've been doing most of the time here, getting good bleeds in the early game. And the 50Ms from Apex are quite committed. This does give Origin a little bit of time to spread around and do what they want to do. Core is rotating very far in the T100 LT, playing it somewhat carefully. You don't want to overextend, you know, if Apex happen to have a tank or 2 trapping, could be something to be scared about, and yeah. Core is not overextending. Of course, Apex doesn't have anything to punish, but you know, if they did, then that would be an issue. Oh, Panzer's getting bled hard. Oh, man. Big nuke from Origin. They had Bubba and Call Me Daddy set up to put big shots into Panzer. He has taken big damage, and now Origin is 2,000 HP in the lead. They have the caps. They grabbed the D base. Apex finally getting C, but it's not looking good for them. They were able to get Pharaoh out of the corner, and Panzer, I guess, rotated out and then rotated back in. And that's where he lost all of his hit points. So that was not a good play there. And Origin's feeling confident now, realizing, okay, we've got a big HP lead. We can probably push this. Apex is still bleeding. It's not looking good for them. And in comes Origin with the push. Apex will counter with Pharaoh, Blue, but big shots into Icy, so that's a good start. But, ooh, Bubba's taking damage as well, 1,200. What is going on? This is a crazy battle here between these teams. Panzer sneaks another shot in. Bubba misses his. We should see the kill here. Things have just switched around quite heavily, and now Apex having a good counter push. They're going to find Ricey with Tunnel, Hit Scan, and Pharaoh. They're going to find Call Me Daddy, although big kill from Muxfiend to Panzer. That was an overextension there. Huge on-the-move shot from Origin. That's some really good mechanical skill here. But again, Apex has a really good counter push. They found Steven. No Girlfriend, I believe, did miss a shot. He's going to have to put this one in. He wants to stay alive as much as he can. Does get that kill there. Call Me Daddy falls as well. It's now a 6-on-3 scenario, looking pretty scary. Core does get the 1v1 kill against DJ, but Rob is now getting focus fired pretty heavily. Muxfiend doesn't have a good way to support. Rob will look for the kill and No Girlfriend. He'll get it. No problem. But No Problem does put another shot into him first. Blue's going to look for a shot in. Adolf Hit Scan should get the kill. I shouldn't be saying that name, my bad. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-on-2 scenario. Things are looking good for Apex when they weren't looking good in just a moment ago. Hit Scan having basically full HP to work with here. All he has to do is trade his HP away, putting a shot into Cora. Tunnel's going to come around to HE him for the kill most likely. And Apex is actually looking like they're going to win the set. 3-2, going down 2-0 to start, but clutching it up in Game 5 there with huge counter bleeds into Bubba, who just completely lost all of his HP there in that counter push. And what a sneaky trap that Apex set, despite looking like they were about to fall. Clutching it up, Game 5, I have to say, I'm proud of my clan. That was a great set overall. But a sneaky little win in Game 5 there is going to put them through to tomorrow. And just like that, we are going into our next set, which I don't know which team is playing next, if it's Straight or ZCO against Origin. We are about to find out. But GG there from Apex. I am going to have to hide the screen, but I will look at the invite that we got. It's going to be Straight, so Straight defeated the ZCO, so we're not going to see them play today, unfortunately. It is what it is. But Straight on the left, Origin on the right. I can do that. Straight, Origin. And really quick, let's see if we can refresh all of the other groups, see how they're doing. So Sneaky, hope you're doing well, picking the best sets. Yeah, this was a good pick. I agree. Lord T-Dub has guided the shells of Apex. Inshallah. Inshallah Reddit stories. I mean, mashallah. Mashallah. T-Dub has guided the shells of Apex. What's up, Winter Fox? What's up, Claw? Welcome to the stream. I think I said hi to you already, Noel. Alright, the groups are looking good. Let's show all of them real quick. Group 1, Elev is in Grands, defeating Kitten 3-0. But 3-2-2 knocking out Evany. So Elev's Feeder clan is unfortunately out. So Kitten and 3-2-2 are fighting to see who goes against Elev. Group 2, it was Joker. Who else was it ever going to be? Zero going out. This group very non-competitive. Every single set has been a sweep. Group 3, Toma, actually the team on top, going into the Grand Finals here. It's XPD 7 Rats. 7 Rats does defeat B4. But oh man, Toma looking solid today. It's a team that I was not expecting. I'm not going to lie. 7 Rats, I thought was the clear winner here. Of course, they're not out yet. They can easily come back through Grands and do well, but it is what it is. And it looks like straight over Zico was a 3-0. So, but this was a great set. I think this is the only tiebreaker out of all of the sets today, which is actually quite funny. I mean, technically this is a tiebreaker, but like of the threes. Anyway, we'll go back to just chatting, see if I can show the room. I can. Here we go, Straight Origin. I am excited to see this set. Straight always has interesting strats. Dark Magician Girl DMG is known for having very interesting opinions on tanks, which aren't necessarily bad. They're just more creative than what you're used to seeing. He loves spamming mouse. He loves spamming Yag. At least he did. I don't know if he likes the Yag anymore. It's very different than what it used to be. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Yag strat from Straight on this map. Dynasty Pearl is a map where you can really run tanks that have armor. You can run anything that has armor and do quite well in it. So we'll see how it goes. Maps for this set are going to be Dynasty Pearl, New Bay, and Rockfield if it comes to a game 5. Of course, Origin Strong team is going to be very difficult for Straight to bring them to a game 5, but it's not impossible. Straight brought Apex to a tiebreaker previously. We'll see if they can do that to Origin. Origin rocking a 50M here. Don't usually see too much mobility on this map, but since it's a 50M, it has plenty of armor and survivability with reactive, I'm not surprised at all to see a 50M on this map. 2 and 5 Bs will play cleanup. And yeah, good looks from Origin's lineup. Straight rocking 3 mouse, very interesting. They've got a lot of hit points, a lot of ability to block lanes on this map. This is a map that's really just made up of lanes. It's very narrow, no matter where you go, really, and very easy to clog things up with the mouse. So we'll see how those tanks play. Yeah, 30 seconds left till game number 1. We'll see how it goes. Hype, hype. Let's go, y'all. Should I time James out? Oh no. Origin of shooters. I would not say that. Origin is a strong team. There is no reason to say that. Nah. Not playing comp is worth to watch this. That's fair, that's fair. It was a good set, but it would have been lovely for us to have our own team. But it is what it is. Alright. Let's get it, y'all. Game 1, Straight Origin. Again, no map intros. I have to fix that technical difficulty. Hopefully it'll be fixed for tomorrow. I can't make any promises because who knows, maybe the OBS update just breaks the plugin and there's no fix. I guess I can make a manual fix that will take a couple hours to program my Stream Deck to do it for each map manually. So if it comes down to that, honestly, I'll put in the effort. I will put in the effort. So it should be fixed for tomorrow. Anyway, let's get it, y'all. Origin against Straight. Straight more committed towards the A side of things. They are sneaking a mouse towards C. I doubt he's going to go very far up. Yeah, he's actually just playing quite far back. Maybe just info, or maybe just a little bit of a roadblock for Origin. Well, Origin's very good at plowing through roadblocks, so we'll see how they do. Cora, the only tank from Origin going anywhere near the town. No, he's got Rob next to him. Rob's actually getting with the tank, moving up on town. They're going to grab the C base, so they'll have the cap lead a little bit before Straight steps 2 tanks into A. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, for Straight. Not a whole lot happening at the moment. Muxby does spot Kool-Aid, Clear, and Tails, though. Thing about the MLEs is they are so tall that even this little, like, I guess, mound in the middle here is not tall enough to cover the MLEs from shooting each other. You could see Muxby there bounce a shot off of Clear's turret. You can actually just, you know, see the other tank, which is kind of crazy. And there are a lot of tanks that are tall enough to barely, you know, get their cupola over and see, but to actually shoot over it, not many tanks can do that. So the MLEs being able to do that is quite funny. You know, Straight is setting up their push here. They've already got DMG in position to do it. DMG has not yet been spotted. So it'll be a little bit sneaky, but of course, Straight's I'm Clear. It was spotted rotating out by Muxby. And now Tails and Kool-Aid both lit. Yeah, Origin knows exactly what's coming, and they can easily set up for it. And there's a lot of distance to cover here for Straight. They want to make this push. They've got to push through all of this space here, and Origin's got a very good defensive setup going. But in come Straight with those mouse pushing right through the middle here, they're going to go into Muxby. But Origin's just going to rotate for the mouse. They're like, you know what? The rest of this Straight lineup, it's going to take a good amount of time for them to show up here, so we might as well just do it. Muxby will take another shot. No, Firefly missing that one. Will Straight come around from the other side? No, they're actually just going to funnel through the middle entirely. I'm surprised we don't see anyone coming in with Whitetails to counter Muxby and N13, but no, Origin's rotation is just a free farm, honestly. Steven's got a good position to farm Clear and Kool-Aid, but Hypertonic's going to come for him. We'll see how that 1v1 goes, but at the moment, Origin's push looking quite good. They pick up their second mouse. The rest of them are looking relatively healthy. We will see how Hypertonic and Steven are doing at the moment. Looks like DMG trying to help out here in this fight. Hypertonic is doing just fine without at the moment, but Origin's got their second counter push coming into Kool-Aid here, and he is not going to survive for very long. I'm Clear going to try to HP share against Rob. How is Hypertonic doing in this 1v1? Steven is able to back up. A track shot would be useful here. Not able to hit it. Looking elsewhere, I'm Clear is about to fall. Kool-Aid gets picked. Hypertonic just needs to pen this one for the win. Not able to get it. Ricey Fresh clutching up for Steven there. Very helpful shot. And a good camaraderie from the Origin team. Able to keep 6 tanks alive in this end game. Several of them 200 HP. N13 does finally go down, but Rob quite low. Still able to be effective. Steven, of course, still effective. And Origin are just going to out-brawl game number 1. I like their rotation into the mouse. You know, they were not afraid to shoot the mouse, which is notably, you know, used for soaking hit points, you know. It's not a particularly good brawling tank, and it's not the strongest at putting out damage, but it's really good at soaking and just clogging things up. Origin were not afraid to push into it at all. And really the rest of the Straight push wasn't ready to back up those mouse. And so Origin really got 2 free kills. Yes, Muxby did bleed, but he was able to be effective regardless. And 13 bled, but yeah. The rest of the Origin tanks are able to farm quite nicely. Cora at 4.3. Very nice game. We'll move on to game 2. A good dub there for Origin. The tanks are switching up a little bit. Looks like Straight might not be big believers in the mouse anymore. They are all unreadied, potentially switching out. MLEs just seem to be the tank to play. And really, I think that since the MLE is the meta, the mouse just has even less of a place than normal, because the MLE does what the mouse does. It clogs things up. It's highly survivable with high hit points, good armor, and just overall a good survivability, especially with reactive. It just does what the mouse does. It's large as well. Like, the mouse is a large tank, and that's part of the reason why it was used here. But the MLE is large too, and it's also a lot faster, and it's got a lot of a better gun. And reactive puts its HP above the mouse, if momentarily, you know, with the 20%, you know, damage decrease. Or is it, maybe it's more now, I forget what the number is exactly. But yeah, the MLE just does what the mouse does, but it's faster and better at it, so... Yeah, I mean, it makes sense now. I think Straight has learned that maybe the mouse is not the play. They've switched to a T22 medium. Also medium, I'm not terribly surprised to see. If we do see meds on this map, they are armored. His armor is the way on this map. Origin's running a 1-2-1. It's somewhat armored. It's got a punchy gun, though. Good for trading. This is a map where you can trade a lot as well. So. Of all the meds that, you know, you could see on this map, 50M, T22 are the tanks that I would expect. 1-2-1, a lot less so. That one does surprise me. I'm not going to lie. I can't remember the last time I've seen a 1-2-1 in a competitive game, but again, this is a map with lots of firing lanes, and, you know, when it comes to trading, the 1-2-1 has the best, you know, medium tank alpha damage, along with the fact that it has, doesn't have tungsten now? I think it does have tungsten. I don't follow all the balance changes as well as I should, man. Maybe I should do my homework a little bit more. I've been a lot less involved in this game compared to others. I have been big in the Baldur's Gate grind lately, guys. I beat my first honor mode run on Friday, I believe, which was my last achievement that I needed to get platinum, so really that game has been taking my time. Have not been putting a whole lot into Blitz, especially with Reforged stuff being, you know, all the news, but it is what it is. It looks like Straight is going to be holding a greater presence in the seaside than Origin this time around. Steven actually rotating out immediately in the 1-2-1 here, and even like Rob and Muxy are starting to back out, but good shot into DMG early. That's a very nice bleed. And Origin do take the cap lead, grabbing A quickly. Straight taking a little bit of time before stepping C, which they will do. DMG getting spotted. Oh, not spotted, actually. Never mind. But he will cross without issues, grab the base. But again, Straight will have to make a move of some kind. Question is, what will that move be? Origin have the town set up. Well, Straight have been camping back with Clear, Tails, and Kool-Aid's rotating back, so could see the town push from them, but it'll take a little bit of time for Straight to build that up, as they are still quite committed over on this side of the map, so could be a two-front push, which isn't necessarily bad. You just have to do it right, and you have to coordinate them to happen at the same time and in a way that they can support each other. A good example of this would have been the first, was it the first game or the second game between Origin and Apex on Middleburg? I think it was the second, where Origin pushed into town, basically surrounded T-Dub and Tunnel at the same time. It was a very good push. Looks like some info here from Straight. They are able to spot N13 and Cora. They are not lit themselves, so that's good information from Straight. But Origin, they're not wasting any time. And oh my goodness, Dark Magician Girl about to take a beating. Cora puts in a shot. Rob missed. Or maybe Rob put it in and Cora missed. I don't know. But Straight is going for a quick rotate out. What are they going to find, though? Looks like they want to punch Ricey Fresh, potentially. I don't know. I do not know. But Origin's just completely grouped into B, so if Straight pushes this, X is just going to take a ton of damage here. He's looking to the side. Okay. Origin did not do anything. They're just going to try to wrap Straight, I think. There's no reason not to. Origin has all three bases. In comes Straight with the push. They come in with the MLEs. They're going for Muxy first. They don't really have a target. They're shooting Rob, they're shooting Muxy, they're shooting everyone. Clear is easily going to get punched out here from Origin. And 13, Steven going to come in and do a ton of damage. 1800. Yeah, very good rotate there from Origin. And Clear is just done for. Straight will look for the kill on Muxy. They'll get it. And to be fair to Straight, they still have a decent amount of hit points. But Firefly could get shot in the rear after X being picked up there. And Origin has 850 cap points here. They have all three bases. There really isn't a good way for Straight to stop C at the moment without, you know, bringing Tank out of the brawl. Kool-Aid's going to look for Luffa, probably won't get it. Hypertonic does kill Rob. DMG still in a little bit of a 1v1 against Ricey Fresh. Who's going to win this one? Could be DMG, but Ricey Fresh only needs to hit one more shot. DMG needs to hit this and another one. We'll see how that one goes. But even then, 940 points for Origin. DMG does get the kill, but down goes Firefly. And DMG is not going to get back into C in time, or get back into A in time to stop the points from ticking. Hypertonic sitting in C. Maybe DMG will. DMG will step in A, just barely. The thing is, though, Origin has all 3 tanks on Tails and Hypertonic. It's a 3v3, but really it's just a 3v2 with DMG hiding out there. And Hypertonic has a drive off of the C base, which allowed Origin to cap out. So they'll go up 2-0. That game was a lot closer. I'll give it up to Straight. Didn't play nearly as bad as I thought. Other than Clear getting completely nuked, that was just a free kill from Origin. And I'm not entirely sure what the rationale was. I mean, obviously you want to bring him around to get like flanking shots, but it was an easy turn from Origin to just kill him for free. Not terrible overall, and props to DMG for winning a 1v1 against Ricey Fresh there. But didn't change much. It's 2-0 lead for Origin, moving into the next map, New Bay. Tom seeding goes off of Career to 10. Yes, rerolls are unfortunately very prevalent. Although, seeding is not that important. Good teams tend to do well. Seeding does not carry bad teams into good placements. It just doesn't work. Does not happen. Like, teams like Kitten and 322 have always been like near the top in seeding, and I don't think either team has made a top 8. So seeding just doesn't work for these formats, especially when there's like a round robin top 8 involved. Like, you're not going to make it out of, you know, top 8 because there is no seeding in top 8. Every team plays every other team once. Just a matter of making top 8. Which even then, in the PYS format, once you get down to the 3rd day, the only teams that remain are all good, so seeding is not going to help you beat those teams, no matter what. Reese was excited with the mouse. Yeah, unfortunately didn't work out too well, which might did it. Seen DMG running double Yag tune in pubs. Yeah, he loves the Yag. There's like a bunch of memes from the old days when DMG used to lead Straight and competitive, and they would run like some crazy tank strats. And DMG strats in general, memes. Like, nowadays, people meme like the Droodle strats, but before Droodle strats, it was DMG strats. That are just like crazy tanks. %27 damage reduction now, and 120 is tungsten reactive. Oh, it had a reactive too? I didn't notice that. Okay. See, I thought it had tungsten, but I definitely did not know that it had reactive. Would not have known that. So good comms. Anyway, game 3. Straight hard committing A. Origin split, but they're going to be putting a few tanks in B. Steven spotting X. Not spotting anything else though, so all these tanks coming underneath, they could sweep into Steven. N13 not spotting them. Okay, Ricey Fresh and N13 do spot them, actually. So Steven could get pushed, but it looks like Muxv and Cora are going to help out here. So I don't know if this push is going to work out as well as Straight want it to. Income Clear and Kool-Aid. They find Steven and they put shots in, but here's Muxv. And yeah, so they were going for a punish, but it didn't quite work out the way they wanted to, and now they're in unfortunate positions with Leffa and Ricey. They're just going to bleed the hell out of them. Rob coming in for behind. Yeah, this is an overextension from Straight. I think the game's already over, unfortunately. I don't see how you can bring Kool-Aid and M clear out of this. They had to back up way earlier, and now Steven going to counter push. Yeah, unfortunate. Big overextension there. Straight's going to counter push on top, but it's a little bit too late for that. They do get Kool-Aid out finally, but he's on 300 HP. Origin can just shove this. And Muxv should look for the kill here. Tails is going to try to HP share. Okay, Muxv will go for that shot. Steven or Ricey going to wrap around for that. Yeah, this game, I mean, the hit points aren't terrible, I suppose. N13's bled quite heavily. But does Hypertonic have the kill? Yes, he does, but he's traded for Tails. Straight are going to shove Ricey and Luffa. They have a 3v2 because Firefly is back here, but looks like Straight are not hitting their shots. And Muxv is going to be able to counter into Hypertonic. Yeah, not going too well. And down goes DMG. So this is all the remaining Straight forces. So they do get the kill on Ricey. But Leffa Okay, missed shot from Firefly into Luffa. He's gonna drive down to survive shells from Muxfeed, but Hypertonic gets picked instead. And yeah, this one, unfortunately, big overextension in the early game from Straight, and they are gonna go down here. Cora will jump for it. And there we go. 3-0 from Origin into Straight. That is going to bring Origin back into Grand Finals against Apex. That set's going to start immediately, I believe, so we're just going to have to get right into it. But congrats to Straight for at least making Game 2 close. That was respectable. Unfortunate that they were not able to convert anything there. Game 3 was just a very huge overextension from Straight. They thought that maybe they could get the drop on Steven, but Steven was very well covered. Good comms from Cora rotating into the middle from B. They only needed one tank to grab it. And yeah, we're back into Apex Origin. This is the set that also doesn't matter, but matters a little bit more than the previous one. Because, you know, didn't eliminate anybody. But here we are. So we'll go back into just chatting as we set up the training room. Maps from this one will be Wintermal, Alpenstadt, and Tiebreaker on Yukon again. So we'll be going back to Yukon if it comes to Game 5, which it very well may. We saw it happen once already. And don't know if the spawns will be the same or different if that does happen. It could be interesting if it's the same map and the same spawn, and then you have to run another strat entirely. But Apex did have a little bit of downtime just now while Origin played Straight to reformulate their strats, maybe come up with a new one on Yukon just in case. Don't know if they did. They may have, they may not have. But Origin did really good by winning 3-0 very quickly to not give much downtime for Apex. They did not have a whole lot of time to, you know, come up with new strats and stuff. T22 121 over Patton because they're better flat ground overall tanks. Yeah, Patton, Patton's not as good on flat ground. Not very durable. Actually, no, I didn't mean to say durable. I meant to say not very mobile. Then again, the 121's not the most mobile either. Really, yeah, the Patton's suited for hull down stuff, and again, it has reactive to help with that. Not to say it doesn't work in flat ground, but there's better flat ground tanks to play. Although I did not expect a 121. That's not really a tank that you see at all. But Origin's running it again. We can go ahead and show the room. Running a 121 on Wintermel here. I'm interested to see where they play it. 4 MLEs. They love their MLEs today. Apex is running a hodgepodge of tanks. In fact, at the moment, they don't have any 2 tanks the same that are readied up. Blue might pick, you know, the MLE. Yeah, he does. So we have 6 different tanks out of 7. Interestingly, we are seeing a non-T100 light tank. I talked about earlier how, you know, you don't really expect to see anything other than T100 except for very niche circumstances. And I guess this is one. They want the Bat Chat on this map. I will be interested to see where it plays. Apex starts with the southeast corner, Origin with northwest. This is another best of 5, y'all, so the first set was best of 3, this along with all the others best of 5. And then tomorrow, I think it's going to be all best of 5, but I'm not 100% on that. And tomorrow will be just like another group, 4 teams, double elimination as always, pretty standard. We've seen so many of those at this point in time. What's up, Emma Kuna? Welcome to the stream. Last time I saw you in battle, you called me a cheater. I still have that clip because I thought it was hilarious. But welcome to the stream. I'm just trolling, Hope you're well. Yeah, interesting that we've got a 1-2-1 again. Like I was like, maybe Origin's not taking Straight as seriously and they're running tanks like 1-2-1, but they seem to actually believe in it. It's punchy. It's a punchy gun. Not necessarily a bad tank, just not really one that you expect to see. It's very different from a standard medium tank that's good at firing on the move. 1-2-1 has terrible bloom. You can't shoot it on the move at all, but it's got really good aim time, reasonable accuracy when you sit still. They will run a light tank as well, though. Bubba going to be running the light tank. It's very interesting to me that Bubba's the light tank player on the Origin team now. I don't think I've ever really seen him as a light tank player until this season. Like, even last season, when Tunnel and Panzer both left for Joker, I don't remember Bubba playing the light tank. Maybe he did. I don't remember 100%. And that's on me. Maybe I'm wrong. But Bubba as a light tank player seems new to me. I thought he was always a heavy. But, I mean, he's doing reasonably well today. We'll see how it goes. Second set between Apex and Origin today. Previous one, tiebreaker in favor of Apex. This one, to be determined. Again, both of these teams do move on to tomorrow, so that is not an issue. I guess the main thing that you get today is, first of all, extra cups in case somehow these teams don't win out from a PYS. Or also, maybe seeding. I'm not 100% sure if seeding affects tomorrow. I know in previous seasons it didn't. In Wargaming, I don't know if they were fixing it or not. Panzer spots Steven early, not sitting in the bush, instead climbing up to the side, an interesting way of doing it. Pharaoh in the center in the T100, spotting Cora and Luffa. Opposite hit scan there, who puts a nice shot into Luffa. Takes a couple shots though. I think Call Me Daddy put one in as well as an HE from Luffa. So bleeds on either side. Origin is pushing hard up into B though. They're going to go for a quick B grab. Also, they've potentially caught Pharaoh out here. Pharaoh is in a potentially compromising position. He's going to push forward into Steven potentially. He has to be careful here. Although I suppose he's safe for now, but if there is a move made with Steven or Call Me Daddy, then it could be bad. Panzer took a hit there. He's sneaking around for Steven. Leffa's taking a shot, but Origin is pushing hard into Tunnel and DJ. They've got Bubba sneaking around there as well. Does he get lit? Yeah, he's lit now. Tunnel puts on his reactive, but it looks like Origin is more interested in DJ. He's in the softer tank. The Tunnel taking a more forward position to put bleeds into Ricey Fresh, who should back out. Cora and Rob could support him, though. But big bleeds into Pharaoh. Pharaoh took a lot of damage. Not good for Apex. They're pretty much even right now in the HP. Panzer puts in a full clip into Luffa. Didn't see how many of them penned. Steven's taking some bleeds. I'm getting a little bit too high up. I'm in the clouds at the moment. Ricey Fresh will go down to Tunnel. Apex did rotate Blue in to help out here. Bubba's gone, though. Bubba's rotated out. Origin's grabbing B. Apex still doesn't have A, but they did get the kill on Steven, so it's a 7v5. They are up on the tanks at the moment in game number 1. Panzer again bleeding Luffa out. Hit scans coming in for Cora. Tunnel DJ trying to bleed out Cora as well. DJ's getting bled himself, though. He needs to focus down on Cora, who's likely to get the kill here, but he's taking a good amount of bleeds to do it. DJ does back up. He's trying to hide maybe from Rob, potentially. Rob's going to try to sneak the kill. Sneaky little maneuvers from DJ are going to keep him alive, though. And Panzer helping out against Cora here. He will get that kill. Rob goes down as well, and Apex still have all of their tanks alive somehow. We saw a pretty big push from Origin in the middle, and somehow yet, Apex kept everyone alive up until now. Call Me Daddy does kill Tunnel, but you don't simply win 2v7s. It just doesn't happen. Bubba's going to go down in just a moment, and Call Me Daddy left in a 1v6. Good farming position, but not quite enough to win them the game, and Apex will take game 1. Keeping 6 of their tanks alive. Look at all the hit points on those tanks. They HP shared to the greatest extent that they possibly could there. All of them on less than like 700, 600 hit points around that area. And yeah, DJ able to sneak himself alive there. I thought Cora would have had him for sure, or Rob somehow between pinching them together, you know, but DJ's got really good micro. So really good plays there. Shout out DJ, that's my boy. Bubba's always been a light player, but Panzer is main light in Origin. I see, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then Tunnel's also a light tank player, so I'm guessing both of them just kind of overshadowed what Bubba would run. But now, since neither of them are in front of Bubba, it's his time to shine. Makes sense. I'll have to watch back, see if he played it last season. Because last season they had Dizzy. Oh yeah, that's right. Dizzy's on Joker now too. They lost Dizzy. Duh, last season Dizzy was on Origin, but now he's on Joker. So it makes sense why Bubba's playing it. Because they would have Dizzy run it. I forgot, man. Dizzy's not on the team anymore. Had to use my brain there. What's up, No Panic? Welcome to the stream. Copenhagen still PTSD with how well I lied in Among Us. I have lots of Among Us experience, Copenhagen. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I used to play, like, in 2020, I played it basically every night, every other night with my friends. But I was rusty when I played it with y'all. It was fun, though. Anyway, Game 2, Wintermail. We're seeing another non-standard light tank pick here from Apex. No T100s for them. They've got a Panzerwagen. Panzerwagen, potentially, by the way, potentially my favorite tank in the game at the moment. It's so fun for utility. I don't like playing it for damage, because it has, you know, all of the super consumables. You know, you've got your tungsten, your reactive for some reason, adrenaline, obviously, that every single shot tank has, but I like to play super speed and a reticle metallic and play it for utility because it's got, first of all, really good acceleration, especially with super speed. The retcal helps it with long range, and it's a really good long range fighter, having the, you know, double mechanic that it has of fast spotting as well as tracer shells. So I think it's a very fun utility tank. I don't like playing it for damage as much, just because if I wanted to play for damage, I'd play T100. So Panzerwagen, though, fun tank. Don't think it was meta, but they're using it, so they believe in the tank for whatever they mean to use it for. Looks like he is going for a quick C grab. Panzer spotting center. Got blind fired by Cora, did not take any damage, but he was tracked. Saw it briefly. He did spot Cora. Call Me Daddy also lit. Origin's committing more towards the A side of things. Ricey Fresh also still lit. I'm surprised Panzer is as gutsy as he is right now with his position. He sneaks one into Ricey despite not being, you know... I thought he'd get spotted here, but no, he's not getting spotted. Sneaks two into Ricey, tries for a third. And Cora is blind firing the position, but Panzer wisely got out. Origin does grab the base lead, though. Steven sneaking it in the E50M. Origin having a light and a medium. Apex with two lights. Sneaky little positions here from DJ and Blue, in case Origin tries to overextend and maybe push around into Apex's spawn. This would be a sneaky position for surprising them. Origin's not overextending at the moment. They don't know what is in Apex's spawn. So obviously you don't want to make big committal moves with your soft tanks into the unknown. And of course, you know, they have the cap lead, so why would they push? It's on Apex to make the push here. So how will they do it? Everyone's spamming help at the moment on the Apex team. Unfortunately, I can hear it, so they're trolling me. Leffa getting bled a little bit here. Ricey has already taken some hits. Origin are aggressing despite being up on the caps. Rob pushing through the middle there, taking a hit from hit scan. Will he take a second? I don't think he has it. No. Because Call Me Daddy is covering. But they might spot Blue and DJ here. It's possible for them to spot him. Hitscan does tray the shot in. Looks like Call Me Daddy was not prepared to support it. But yeah, if Rob pushes too far forward, DJ is going to get lit here. So this is very awkward. And Hitscan's role is kind of to just keep him off. But in they come. They see Bubba, Steven. Panzer driving in as well, but he lost half his hit points already. Bubba's driving away. He takes a shot. Fair's coming in as well. They're going to try to catch Bubba out. In come Apex with a sneaky counter push. Bubba's able to get out potentially, but he's down to 22 HP. Will Blue be able to sneak the kill? He does. Sneaky play there from Apex. They catch Bubba Lackin. Rob is getting handled by Hitscan in the 1v1 at the moment. 2v2 up towards the C side of the map. We're not going to take a look at that right now. It's actually more like B. But Apex just has Steven caught. Steven will go down. No easy target here from Origin with those 2 and 5Bs. They're just completely out of the battle. No real way for them to get in. Hitscan. His driver is dead. He's actually not able to repair in order to get the kill on Rob, who is helped out by Ricey there. But Leffa will fall momentarily. Panzer helps out with Rob. Tunnel should have this. It's actually going to be Panzer taking it. And 800 cap points for Apex. This one is a lot less close of a game here. I shouldn't say a lot less close of a game, because last game there were 6 tanks left alive for Apex. This game there might be 6, maybe 5 if Blue goes down in A, but Yeah, those 2 and 5Es from Origin, they were just kind of exploring at the end game there. Like, yes, they were helping out from long range, but they needed to get themselves in the fight, and they really weren't able to farm that position when Apex had several tanks in to get those kills. So they do get the kill on blue there. But yeah, huge counter push from Apex. I really like that. It was very sneaky with those MLEs. They drove in. Hitscan was able to hold Rob back just enough in order for them to not get spotted. It was very sneaky. Yep, 980, 990. And DJ gets the kill right at 1,000. Apex is now up 2-0 on Origin. Previous set, Origin was up 2-0 and Apex won. We'll see if Origin is able to clutch this one up now that they are down 2-0. Oh man, oh man. This is a much different set than the first one. Pharaoh on top with the RHM Panzerwagen. Guess we gotta believe in that tank, huh? Panzer doing quite well in his bat chat. And yeah, tough game there from Bubba. Just talking about him in the light tank, but Apex set up a sneaky trap for him and he was not able to escape. Unlucky. We'll move on to our next map, though. And if Origin does not lock in, potentially the final map of the day, we've got Alpenstat. And we're seeing another new tank today, 95E6. Not a surprising tank to see, it's just not one that you see in high volume. Tunnel loves the tank, though. I know Tunnel loves the tank. I've subbed with a couple of their scrims, and he loves running that tank. It's a mobile heavy. It's just a medium with extra hit points, in my opinion, and a little bit harder hitting gun. It's incredibly fast. It's actually reasonably well armored in the Cupola now. Like, Cupola used to just be like a free farm. Really couldn't play the tank at all. Oh, they're setting Tunnel out. Oh man, they don't want the 95E6, huh? Dang. They're putting in No Rice, No Asian. They're putting Derpy in to run an MLE. So, okay. Just typing up the 95E6. They don't want it. So I'm not going to talk about it no more. But we're not seeing any of them today, despite the fact that it's a very good tank. One of the best pub tanks for sure. But I guess not specialized enough for competitive meta. Anyway, 15 seconds left. Origin's got 5 MLEs here in Alpenstat. They've got Northeast Corner. Let's see what they can cook with it if they can keep themselves alive against Apex. We're looking very clean this set. They have a T22 as well as the T100. So you've seen the T22 a few times today. Straight ran one, and now Apex is running it. Here we go, potentially the final game if Origin does not lock in, which I have no reason to doubt them, you know. They are a very proven team, and I would, of course, love to see this set go to Game 5. See what Bubba can spot in the T100. Does he see Pharaoh? He does not see Pharaoh crossing. Actually getting blind fired there by Panzer, but does not pen the shot. Although Panzer might have been able to tell that Bubba was there based on the way that the shell bounced. And yeah, Bubba's just going to leave. They do spot tanks, though. Did end up spotting Pharaoh, spotted Blue, spotted Hitscan, and I don't know if he spotted No Girlfriend, but Origin knows that Apex is coming to this side of the map. They are going to step into the C base quite quickly. I think N13 is going to be doing that. No, they're just going to let Bubba do it while Origin moves around. And Blue's actually getting reset in the A base, trying to grab it, but there's Luffa up top. And actually, that reset is just enough to give Origin the cap lead, so that was a very good play from Origin there. Sneaking that tank up for the reset. Tries to go for another blind shot. No, he didn't fire. For some reason, it looked like he fired. But yeah, that was just enough to give Origin the cap lead, so really good plays there. And Blue is, of course, a little bit bled out in the start. Good shot from No Rice into Rob to equalize the bleeding, as well as Luffa's taken a lot of damage here. Not really able to get out of his position. And, well, I was just hyping up how good of a call it was to have the tank there for resetting base A. It looks like Origin has paid for it a good amount. They've lost their HP lead that they had at the start with the lineups. And even Rob's getting bled a little bit now by Blue, who's taking a pretty aggressive position. And Luffa not really able to do a whole lot about it. You just kind of got to sit here. Despite all this, though, Origin still has the cap lead, so Apex needs to make the play. The question is, what play can they make? They are pretty committed on this side. Do they leave blue alone, rotate over to C side and make a move? It looks like Panzer's moving that way. Pharaoh is as well. No Girlfriend will be doing the same, so it looks like it's going to be a C side push. Blue kind of going to be left hanging here. Bubba's easily going to be able to help Leffa to take him out if need be. Hitscan's still going to hold on to the A side, though. Make it seem like Apex might be staying here with a couple tanks. Also, no Rice taking a play, stepping into the B base. Shooting Ricey, though, peeking out there. Really good mechanical play by No Rice. He was baiting that. He was not actually trying to cap the base. So a nice job there, putting that shot in without taking anything in return. He was pre-aiming it. Looks like someone missed a shot into Rob. Who's back here? Panzer. Panzer missed a shot into Rob. Unfortunate. Apex is moving up on A as well. Looks like Pharaoh's rotated back to A. What's the play here? They have to make a move. They've got decent bleeds. They're going to step B again. N13 getting shot. No Rice missing that other shot on 13. Rob sneaks one back in, though. So very good play there from Rob, sneaking one in on the reload. Apex has moved up on this side of the map. They're trying to punish Leffa, but Hitscan's going to get counterpushed by Cora now. Apex will need to make some sort of move to help out, because Hitscan will go down quickly here, especially with Call Me Daddy coming in. Hitscan backing up. Ooh, Call Me Daddy sneaking in that shot. Very good shot from them. Bubba's also hiding back to help Leffa as well. So big moves are being made, but Origin is holding on to the push quite nicely. No Rice is trying to help out against Rob here. He's taking a lot of bleeds, but Hitscan does go down. DJ is getting bled out heavily as well. This push from Apex not quite looking as strong, as Origin did have a good defense setup. Panzer will help out bleeding Ricey, but it's not looking too good for them. DJ getting killed in the middle. No Rice is going to go down quickly as well. And this one's looking like a clear Origin win here. No Rice puts in one more shot, but it is a 3v6, 2v6 now. Yeah, Apex's push not quite looking as good there. Hitscan in the middle. Really awkward position to be pushing forward into. And Origin had a really good defense on Leffa, who did eventually go down, but not before taking out several Apex tanks. And then Origin also cleaned up in the center quite well. So they are going to keep themselves alive. They locked in for this game. And even though Panzer's going to win this light tank 1v1 potentially, unless Ricey sneaks out. Actually, yeah, Panzer can't push forward here, so Bubba's actually going to have this one just fine. Nah. Goes down to cap. And yeah, Origin are alive. 2-1. Just shows how important having that cap lead is. It's crucial. Forced Apex to make a push. They made a bad one. And didn't work out for them. So Origin will stay in the fight. 3.7 from Call Me Daddy. Had a very nice game there in the 2 and 5B. And even Leffa, the only tank to die, was able to make himself quite effective from his position. Hitscan in that Super Conk. Yeah, a little overextension there. Was not the best play, but it is what it is. We'll move on to game 4. And if Origin wins this, then we see another game 5 where it goes from 2-0 to 2-2. Oh man, oh man. So, Vlad, welcome to the stream. No competition. I appreciate your support. Of course, I will be impartial in my commentary. It looks like Origin's going to be running a VK90. First time we're seeing that in this tournament. It's an interesting pick, not a bad one. It's a solid overall tank. Very good armor. Solid gun, reasonably accurate. And good gun depression, despite the fact that it's a rear turret tank. If you're looking anywhere other than the front, it's got 10 degrees. And very good turret as well, one of the best turrets in the game. Can be cheek pendant though, actually. And Origin's going to run a Ho-Re, so we're seeing the Ho-Re come back. That tank has been cooking quite well today. Has the Ho-Re won every game it's played? No. No, because Origin ran one on Normandy. No, Apex ran that on Normandy. Maybe it has won every game, I don't know. I'll have to remember. But either way, it's an effective tank at the moment. Used sparingly, but powerfully. here we go. Game number 4. Bubba driving it to the center again. From this spawn, you can do it a lot more aggressively. You've got an entire building to hide behind. Spots Panzer. Not able to put an opening shell in, but he didn't want to. However, Panzer not crossing in the open. Ooh, takes 2 shots there. Okay, Bubba did sneak in a nice one there, as well as Cora. That's really good opening bleeds from Origin. They've been doing that quite well this game. Another one from Panzer. Not a good start. That is not the start you want if you're Apex. Losing 3/4 of your health in the medium tank. Not a good start from them. It is already looking quite bad. That happened previously, though. It did happen before on Yukon. Things turned out just fine for Apex, but rough start. They did get the cap lead, which is important, but pretty big cost, and there's not really a good way to get him out of here. I mean, you can cross now. They don't know that it's safe to cross or not. Panzer could very well just get picked here if he's not careful. He is still playing up. Origin's rotating, though. They're not wasting any time at all. Bubba's in a sneaky position. Try to blind fire at Panzer. Which is exactly where Call Me Daddy was shooting at him from. I don't know if it was Call Me Daddy or Ricey that hit the shot, but either way. Bubba's looking to potentially push Panzer here. Doesn't know if he's still there. Yeah, Panzer is spotted. Bubba's going to look for another shot. He's going to go down. No, he misses the shot. Panzer's just bleeding way too much here, y'all. Not a good position. Cora bleeding him again. He's just peeking from the same position that he got shot from previously. Leffa has a shot from him if he leaves. Yeah, Panzer's done here. Bubba's just going to come in here and get the kill. Apex has to push Elsar, but Tunnel's been bled heavily. Is there a really good way for them to do it? Not quite. Yeah, Bubba's not wasting any time. The question is, will Apex's counter push be good enough? Yep, Bubba gets the kill on Panzer. Yeah, rough. Is that 0 damage? Probably was. Unfortunate. Apex does get the cap on C, though. Will Bubba stick around on A? He's not wasting his time. He's realizing this is not going to go down to caps. This is a complete brawl. Apex is pushing into Rob. They have Rob. They also have Call Me Daddy, and Farrah's going to prevent him from leaving as well, which is a very good play. Not wasting his time with Rob at all. Tunnel pushing through the middle. He's going to be a free pick for Origin, though. They're just going to look directly into him. The problem for Origin is they've got all these tanks coming in from the side. It's going to be quite rough for them. Call Me Daddy will go down to Farrah in just a moment. He'll put one more shell in and go. Cora's getting bled out quite heavily as well. Farrah might be able to sneak around for him as well. Cora's not in a good position. N13 and Bubba coming in from the side, though, could be an issue. But DJ sneaking that kill into Leffa. No Girlfriend will he get the kill in Cora? He's not shooting. He misses. He's on fire for 1200, and he can't back up. No Girlfriend just threw away his entire tank to try to get the kill on Cora here. Will he survive it? Not entirely clear. Hitscan goes down. DJ misses his shot. No Girlfriend does get it, but that might have just tossed the game for Apex. They were looking better in the tank lineup, but oh my goodness. Unfortunate RNG lighting him on fire, and Bubba's going to have a free kill in blue. Farrah going to come in. It might not be enough, and yeah, Origin's going to win this one as well. We're going to be seeing another Game 5 on Yukon again. DJ will go down. Farrah going to try to hunt Tunnel, or try to hunt Bubba, but it's not going to be enough. He's got his teammates supporting him. Actually does get the pick. Wait a second, he can win on caps. Wait a second, what? If he can avoid N13, going to the side of Ricey, he takes the hit, but wait, no, yeah, he won. He just avoided N13. I was just talking about how he was going to go to Game 5. No. Farrah clutched it, getting the kill on Bubba. And they win. 3-1. Bubba didn't stop to grab the base A. Apex held it. Farrah clutches up. Apex wins. Apex moves on. Origin obviously also moves on. It has a lower seed. That's that. W. I'm happy for my Apex team. First, congrats to Origin, of course, for putting on a good show today, but, I mean, shout out to my Apex dogs. That's big. Pharaoh able to survive. All he had to do was avoid shots from one tank, and yeah, he did it. Jeez, I was not expecting that. I thought we were going to see another Game 5, and I was like, wait a second, they're almost at 1,000. What the heck, man? course, tomorrow is what matters. Today just gets them to tomorrow. They have to perform tomorrow. But they did a good job today. Let's open the website, see if we can find the other brackets, if they load. Looks like Kitten defeating Elev in a grand finals. Best of 5 goes down to the wire. Kitten wins it. Of course, both teams move on. 3-2-2 got eliminated by Kitten. Group 2, every single set was a sweep, but it's Joker and Moon that move forward. Group 3, Toma and 7 Rats. So 7 Rats able to beat XPD. So both teams will move on. In Group 4, again, Apex over Origin 3-1. And there you go. So top 8. Tomorrow's groups are going to be looking like Apex, Origin, Toma, 7 Rats, Joker, Moon, Kitten, Elev. There you go. Well, there you have it, guys. Hope that you all enjoyed today. That is everything. I mean, in theory, we could wait for the result of the set, but the result of the set does not affect anything except maybe the way that groups are set up for tomorrow, but we don't even know how that is yet. So I think that we are good to call it here. I will try to get the technical issues sorted for tomorrow. Figure it out one way or another. Thank you to Vlad for the follow, by the way. I appreciate the Twitch follow. Very kind. Does this get rewarded for watching? Yes, you get rewarded by an amazing streaming experience watching the top teams battle it out against each other in a fight of skill and strategy. That is the reward. You kind of rematch, that's good, never mind. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second too, Copenhagen. It got me as well, but GG. And a 1v3 win from Farah as well. That was a 1v3. Kalabanov's at the highest stage. Huge. Alright, yeah, let's call it here, guys. It's been fun. I will see y'all tomorrow with the final groups. I don't know what the groups are yet, but you'll see how it goes, and I'll catch y'all around. And, yeah, till then, stay safe. Happy tanking.